Hey everybody, this is the Try Hard Podcast, episode 3. If you want to watch this early, you can as your first member. All you got to do is click the link in the description, and you can watch it every single day. Well, not every single day, whatever. It's Monday.
Kobe!
Thank you, Kobe. Shaq, get that shit out of here. Every single Monday, right after the RT podcast, or you can watch it right here on youtube.com/Game Attack at 10 a.m. on Wednesdays. Thanks for being a first member. Appreciate that. Yes, Bowen.
How much information do you have to give them for this thing?
I don't know. They told us just to do this.
That's a lot.
Some of the equipment is
You're
extremely
worth a
expensive.
sack of balls.
Yeah.
How many
You're a
balls?
ball sack. That's what you are.
Pretty much.
Well, there's also a lot of the stuff too where, I mean, you had like the Moneyball, that movie and stuff. They just had like they started playing an internal meta game of trading people.
Yeah, that movie's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
And Brad Pitt.
You don't even have to like baseball to fuck yeah.
No, same thing with
Back to the
ballers. Like,
list
I
of
like
men we
ballers and I
fucking
don't follow the sports.
Yeah, right? I know.
Did you saw Moneyball?
Yeah, some Moneyball.
Yeah,
It's good.
How many times?
Once.
Come on.
Yeah,
I mean,
Moneyball is
you're
just
better than
interesting.
I mean,
Ballers
I
is
will
just,
watch
you
it
know,
again, sure. But
You watch it again? Yeah, you will. I'd
goddamn.
watch it again just for Brad Pitt.
just right now, I'm surprised you haven't Googled it yet. And we're watching it.
I'll be watching the trailer in just a minute.
I think the biggest takeaway from all this sports talk was Craig said Sam was sneaky athletic.
Yeah, I think so.
It's
How
true.
the hell is that not a thing?
Well, I
like
had-
wicked awesome?
I had a
Like,
moment
You're
of
sneaky
of
athletic?
sneaky
Like Chris
athleticism
Farley?
earlier today.
yeah, what'd you do?
I got like a curtain thing to hang up drapes, right? And my window's really, it's probably the same one you have in your room. It's pretty fucking tall.
yeah.
Okay, so I fell off the chair because I was standing on my swivelly office chair up at
course
its
you were.
max height because I'm not like bright or anything, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
So
no,
I
you just-
fell off
it's
of
right
it
there.
in a way that was not good. And then I came down and I was like, wait, I know how to save myself and get my feet under me. And then I hit a piece of cardboard that immediately slid. And then I did this like
Looney
John
Tunes?
Wick side kick,
Yeah.
and landed again on my feet. And I was like, up,
And 3 point.
sneaky
fist-
athletic.
Nailed it.
Fist down, head down, and
Yeah,
went like
pretty
this.
much. I looked up to the camera, and
3-point
they were
Smoke was
just like,
rising around him for
Yeah,
some reason.
you look up to the camera, and you're like.
everyone has those moments
some
of
reason it's just a
just
camera
like
there.
pure
Just smiling.
awesomeness, though. Like, I mean, I know I did it serving once where a guy stood up out of his chair, and I had my tray, and I saw him in the corner of my eye. I was like, is that guy gonna hit my tray? And it was like, bonk, and he hit my tray, and I got everything under control except for the lid of a bowl, and it fell. And then I caught it with my foot.
Oh, dude, I love feet catching shit.
And
you
then
always feel like the ultimate ninja.
There were like 3 people in the restaurant because it's just one big room, and then like they were just like,
Yeah.
You're the man.
it was good.
I
yeah,
told
it
this
was
story
good.
before, but not on Try Hard, where this kid was being an asshole, and he was like, "How far back can I go before I kill myself?" in his chair.
Oh,
And
okay.
I was carrying a tray, and I was like, "That kid's gonna fall," and he did. And I grabbed and I caught his chair and lifted him back up.
Nice.
And the parents were like, "You little fucking idiot!" And I was like, "No, thank you."
Yeah.
And they were like,
you
"Yeah,
don't want
whatever."
to give me money for saving
Yeah.
your kid's
Yeah,
life?
right?
Like
Yeah.
I did.
It's my table.
You just turn and just be like, remember
Did
when
they
it's
tip
time
you
for
well?
the tip.
No.
Yeah.
What?
That's the
You
thing.
should have gone back and slammed his ass down.
No, what you should have done is you should have caught the kid, looked at his parents, and been like, "The decision's yours."
Yeah.
I'll hold in your.
Yeah,
I'll
and,
hold-
and then they don't say anything, so I just take a hammer and I smash his little fucking face in, right?
And that's
Hey,
why
it's a
you
little
tip
more
your
violent,
servers,
but
everyone.
That's a great way to start the show. Hey, everybody, this is the Try Hard Podcast, episode 3. Good to see you. We want to thank our first sponsor ever this week.
Yes,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Dollar Shave Club. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode. You can try the first month free by going to dollarshaveclub.com/tryhard. And
Try
check
it
out.
hard.
Well, we'll get to more of that a little
How
bit later.
fitting.
But yeah,
That's
maybe
awesome.
we should
Yeah.
go support
Can
them.
I try this month
There's
free?
another
Because I know you
pillow
have
line,
some over there.
Well, we'll get to that in just a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like my shaving game sucks. Like I always get razor burn, no matter what.
We were
I don't
talking
know what's
about
wrong
this
with it.
earlier,
yeah?
the chin thing. The wife was, where I'm having a Halloween party at my house, like a little get together.
Wait, who's invited?
Well,
Yeah,
what the fuck?
Damn.
Well, here's the thing. I went to San Diego for TwitchCon, and
Yeah.
John, who is an editor for ScrewTag, was like, or I was like, "Hey, watch my dogs for like
That's how you ask
4
him?
days."
That's how you ask your friend?
Well, he loves my dogs so much. He was like, "Sure."
It's a pleasure for him.
So-
to say,
so-
hey, I'm going to do you a favor. Watch my dogs.
Yeah. And he took me to the airport, and he picked us up from the airport. And so when we got back, he was like, "Hey," I was like, "If there's ever any favors you need, just ask." He was like, "Hey, I'm gonna have a Halloween party at your house."
Yeah.
Ah.
I was like, "Okay." And by house, I mean like
Yeah,
a
apartment.
1.5 bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
And so like there's gonna be
Oh,
like
you got
11
a
people
den?
there. Yeah, I got a den.
Dude,
I gotta
I'd be
do.
terrified to go
Or
to
does
one
Chelsea
of
have a
John's
tent?
Halloween parties.
So I'm still lost. Why are we not invited to this?
Because 11 people are coming,
Uh-huh.
and there's no other room.
yeah, there's a hallway leading up to the apartment outside.
there
I
is
believe.
true.
Yes.
Craig, you're arguing to go to one of John's Halloween parties. As far as
I
we
get
know,
it.
it's some crazy psychological experiment where like only one person could leave alive.
It's true. It's true.
So-
I went to a Halloween party this weekend.
Yeah, how was
Seems
yours?
early.
Yeah. Well, so.
Oh, I'm not done telling my story.
Oh, please
so
continue.
you're just gonna
Go
have to
ahead.
hold
Yes,
on to that.
No, go ahead. Yes.
But we're gonna have costumes. I think John's gonna be a lady witch,
All right.
and then I'm gonna be John McClane, and my wife's gonna go as 80s Holly Gennaro.
Nice.
Holly Gennaro.
Yeah,
Nice.
Miss McClane.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Holly! He's all covered in blood, and she's just like, oh my god.
He's like,
Are you gonna do that when you're really, really drunk? Like when you're just like
Yeah.
garbage at night?
Just be like, "Hey, you don't like that? Holly! Yeah. But we were talking about how John McClane doesn't have like facial hair like I do, and I was like,
Gotta get rid of it.
no way I'm shaving.
No.
you
No
could
way.
get a great shave by
Yeah.
using Dollar Shave Club's razor.
We'll get to the chilling.
Yeah.
Chad.
God, you
We'll get
can't.
to that later.
Chad's a
Get on.
shill at heart. He can't help
Chill.
it.
Jeez,
Yeah.
shut up.
It's a good
perfect
segue to shill.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just get
can't
over
do
with
it.
right now. Okay,
Can't
real
do it.
quick. Yeah, no. Let's talk about it now real quick. Dollar Shave Club is our sponsor this week. We really appreciate it. Once again, they're the first ever sponsor of Try Hard. And it is, you can go to dollarshaveclub.com/tryhard to get your first month free. It delivers amazing razors right to my door for a third of what the Greedy Razor Corporations charge. Check this out. They said they sent this stuff to us for samples. Sam, I want you to smell this, because this straight up smells like I walked into a freaking fancy hotel room. This is like soap they sent us.
That's what you want.
Dude, try
Fancy
just
hotel
smell
room.
it. Smell that.
Tried hard.
You know it.
That's a good smell.
Yeah. You know that's great.
That's pretty good. Some
They-
lavender? Is
They
that
got
lavender?
shave butter. I
think so.
They sent us some shave butter. By the way, I'm taking all this stuff home. By the way.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay,
man.
Nvidia Shield. I
can't
got my
wait.
bar, so.
I'm taking this. I'm taking all this, dude. I think the one who needs a shave. I'm the one who needs a shave. You're the one who's not getting a shave. Chad has his beard thing going.
Yeah, but I just want you to know, I got the stinky dick.
Really?
What? I'm sorry. What is it? All right.
You can shave anything.
What's the scent
Hold dick
called?
off. Why not?
What's it say on the box? It says the Wanderer.
Wanderer.
Yep.
This is the
Ooh.
Wanderer scent.
Just
And there's a post shave.
that
Have you guys
one.
actually used
Pocket it.
post shave cream before?
Okay. April got me a fancy one for Christmas one day, and I was like,
Probably
all
more
right.
expensive
And
than
it-
this.
It feels good. It
Y'all
feels
just,
real good. It
just
helps.
now breaking on the post shave?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I mean,
had
Kevin
post-shave.
McAllister kind of scared me off.
So
of
here's
it.
what it smells like. If I was a woman in the 50s and a man in a tight white t-shirt with camels rolled up in his sleeve walked up to me,
That's what you expect it to smell like?
You know what his
Oh,
name
yeah.
is, Sean?
Wanderer.
Yeah, that's all they call him.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
dude,
It's
I've
just
been
the
looking
Wanderer.
for a shirt good enough to roll some camels up in on the sleeve, but like it's tough. Like shirts ain't built like that no more. It's raw.
So, anyways, here's your chance to see why over 3 million members like us like Dollar Shave Club. Dollar Shave Club is so confident in the quality of all their products. Now you can get their first month of the club for free. Just pay shipping. After that, it's just a few bucks a month. No long-term commitment, no hidden fees, and so there's really no reason to not do it. Get yours at dollarshaveclub.com/tryhard. That's dollarshaveclub.com/tryhards. Thank you guys so much. Once again, it's our first ever sponsor, so you got
thank you so
to
much.
support them. That's awesome.
That smells good.
It's delicious. Right now, give me that freaking soap back.
He's never giving that
And
back.
the soap is wandering.
It's not part of the set.
It is wandering,
wandering
and it
away.
will never find its way home.
So I told you I went to a.
that is.
Well, it's okay. I got another one over here. I'll
Yeah,
stay.
exactly.
Share the
Or did he
wealth.
swap it for something else? You'll find out when you get home.
Yeah. So I went to a Halloween party. I love Halloween, but I don't go to many Halloween parties. But my buddy just moved back in town from New York, and him and his wife they wanted to get back together. They just bought a house. Yes, Sam.
Are you the same way? Like I like Halloween, but I don't like dressing up.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I like scaring kids.
That's what I was gonna say. If
yeah.
you don't know, like when Craig bought his house, like the thing he was most excited about was the first Halloween because he's like, I'm gonna scare the shit out of some kids.
Yep.
And it was like not
I
like
respect that.
oh, and then I'll be like, oh, cool. It's like no. I want it to be like the path of terror.
Yep.
That they're so scared they don't even get candy. They just run screaming from me.
100%.
They circumnavigate yours.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I want my house on the block to be the house that kids are like, I don't know if I want to go there. I see him through the day, but something happens at night, and it's really fucked up.
Yeah.
So,
Old man's
yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
his lady.
He's going gray.
No, you should have done it your whole time at the house, like been like digging weird holes at night and stuff, like really get it up.
You could,
so like they
you
have
could accelerate for the weeks
mental
building
myth.
up. You could have like a weird age acceleration with more prosthetics. Like you suddenly started aging at exponential rates by
That's
the time.
awesome.
Well, so the thing to finish that story was the first Halloween I had in my house, nobody came to my house. We had like 4 kids come to my house
So
all
bummed.
night, and I spent hours setting it up, getting candy ready, getting backlights going, working on my costume and stuff. I mean, I spent so much time. It just never worked out. But I love Halloween.
Did they not show up because your house was awesome, or did they not show up because your block was slow?
you
The
gotta
block
walk-
was slow.
Yeah,
It was not a
Damn.
byproduct of my house.
So Sam
Shame.
said like dig random holes and stuff. Do you guys remember the scary house from your childhood?
That's why
Because
I wanted to do it to my house.
Oh my God, there were 2, and this is like I was probably like 4 or 5 because I still lived in California, and I remember. So one guy dug an actual grave in his front yard, but it was
legit.
kind of like it had like a hill, like almost in the very front of it, right? So the grave was like kind of slanted. So as you're walking up, you'd see this dude, and he's all covered in blood and like had something like a creepy mask on. Except he was there. He was just laying in it, and you go walking up, and then he'd jump out of the grave, and I was just like, oh, it scared the shit out of me.
Dude, there's always something about the guy who sits there like in the scarecrow outfit or something with the bowl of candy in his lap, waiting for you to take it, and just hops up
Yeah.
and scares the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Like I want to be that guy. Why? I don't know. I
surround children in terror for some reason.
it's phenomenal. It's the best.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's great.
The other house, and this one they went all out, and I probably still have nightmares to this day about this, and that is, they turned their entire house into a haunted house. So the door was open, you could walk in. I don't even know. This guy must have worked, because this was in California, no, outside of LA. So this guy must have worked for like a Hollywood effects place. The entire living room was covered in this type of latex thing to make it look like it was like skin or whatever, and there was like weird things that looked like people have like vomited or like whatever, and just like everything about it was just weird and creepy, and it eventually funneled you into his garage, okay? And the garage had like all this shit draped on it because it was open, but so you couldn't see in. So when you go through his door into his garage, motherfucker revs up an actual chainsaw
Yeah.
that doesn't have the blade on it and comes running at you while a strobe light kicks on.
Yeah.
Noises! Oh, that's right. They had somebody. They had a head. It was somebody was sitting under, but they had this weird skin stuff everywhere, and so it covered to the table, and like the table had a head on it, and there was a bunch of blood, and the person would just start screaming like "Help me!" and it was just the head on the table. Oh my god, dude!
That's awesome. Everything about that's great.
That guy deserves an award.
Well, so that's what happened this weekend, though. Was
You killed somebody?
No. Yes, I
Is the head on the
decapitated
table?
somebody. No, at the party, my buddies, they went all out. My friend and his wife, like they totally did their entire house. It was a theme party to where you go there and you play these roles. It was like, okay, you're gonna be the. It was supposed to take place in a haunted house, and then a murder takes place, and there's a story that takes place that happens, and everyone's supposed to know these lines and ask somebody.
It's like a murder mystery party.
Yeah,
That's dope.
yeah.
I'm in on that.
Dude,
That's way
it
less
was-
boring than the normal shit.
You know what's what makes it way less boring? Like 5 shots right before you do it. Let me tell you, dude.
Hell yeah.
I thought you were going to say 5 lines.
No, 5.
So you got a little toasty before you
Dude,
started.
That's soap.
Like,
Just
I haven't
crush it
drank
up.
like that in
Yeah.
a long time, and yeah, it was fun. My job,
Good.
my role was the annoying, overly energetic guy whose
Nailed it.
And
Your friend knows you pretty well.
I got best actor. It was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
They gave you the Academy Award?
Yeah, they gave me
Greatest actor of all
They
time.
gave me a $5 gift card to Walmart.
Oh, they actually
did.
had awards for
Yes.
people? Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Craig, what are you doing here? You fucking made it, man. Go.
To Walmart with you, sir.
It was great,
Craig
man.
just walks in, I quit.
So we had a
$5.
night of crazy drinking, like a fun party, and the best thing about it was my character. His whole thing was if the mood was getting a little too tense, he would just bust out in random song, like pop song. So I was singing like "You Spin Me Right," like in the middle of like an intense scene or something.
Yeah.
So I'm just being totally stupid and annoying, and I win this thing, and I drink some more. Wake up the next morning after staying at their house. Wake up, my buddy's making bacon and eggs for everybody, and he's like,
Really?
"Let's go!" And it's like a giant
awesome.
sleepover. It was the
Dude.
best, man.
Your friend sounds like a badass.
Dude,
He
he's
knows how to
awesome.
have a
What's his
party.
name?
Scott.
Scott.
Good.
Good old Scott.
Scots
That's the guy you went on a
generally
trip
know
with
how to party.
like the mountains and skiing.
Yeah,
and shit,
Scott
right?
Goodigans, man. Scotty G.
Scotty
Scotty
G.
Scotty G.
Yeah, I don't know
G.
who this guy is.
Man, you need to know
Scotty
Scotty
G
G.
sounds like the pinnacle of white friends.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he's like, you guys, like, man,
He's
he
pretty
knows
white.
what's up.
He's pretty white.
Oh, I can tell. He had a theme party. Yeah.
I feel like that elevates someone's mystique if you just use the first letter of their last name.
Yeah.
You know, like Craig S. You know, it's like,
No.
oh, Craig S is
Dude.
crazy.
Doesn't work for Craig
Sean
S.
B.
Yeah, it works. It works
Sean B is
if
good.
your letter has a vowel sound.
Yeah.
It works fine.
Yes.
Like
Sam-
T.
Say
B,
it, Sam
C.
M.
Sam M.
Sam M. Sam M.
But if you were like Sammy M, like Scotty or Shawnee B, you know, like,
Yeah, there you go.
It's bad.
Craigie S.
yeah.
Craigie.
Or Craigster.
Craigster.
You know, like,
Yeah,
you just have
you
to
gotta
do that
throw
with
in
it.
something at the end of
Yeah.
the name to make it that much better.
The Craigster.
Or what did you guys call me for a long time? Craigles?
Craigles? I don't remember how that started.
Yeah,
but I think
Craigie.
I
Craigles
actually
is
think
good.
Parker did that.
Fuck that
Craigie
guy.
Poo.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey, so you had a big like I was telling John about this weekend, like
Uh-huh.
my weekend, and John was telling me he went. Like, I was like, dude, how's the Jamboree? And he's like, dude, awesome. And then he said he went out shooting with your dad, shooting
Yeah.
guns and stuff.
Yeah.
Then he went up in a plane with your dad,
Yeah.
and he's
Yeah.
like flying and stuff. Everyone had the best weekend ever. Like
Hanging out
everybody
with
did.
Papa James is some wild shit. If you want to go out and like
Yeah.
shoot guns and do stuff
Yeah.
like
See,
that,
no,
he
hold on.
knows how to do it.
Did you hear what he said?
Yeah, Papa
Hanging out
James.
with Papa
Yeah.
James.
Yeah, Papa James.
Papa
That was-
James!
Yeah. Well, that's a pizza place. Calm down.
And your dad's super fun to shoot with. He gave a lesson to me and two of my friends. I used to shoot on the out in the woods all the time, and like it was cool to like learn how to you're supposed
Safety.
to
Fire,
yeah,
yeah.
safety. So that was fun.
Dude.
I'm gonna start taking lessons from him here pretty soon.
And it's
Maybe
surprising how
maybe
quick
next year.
he can
or-
help you dial in your shot too. Like he's got all these weird techniques. He's like, no, bend your elbow 1 millimeter, and then you're shooting like way better. You're like, oh shit,
Yeah.
James. Like,
Yeah.
My spread was tight as shit though.
No, yeah. In case you don't know, my dad is like the master of guns. He's been shooting
No.
since like forever.
No, like when he says master, he's like John Wick. Like he's like quick draw, pow 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 pow. Like he walks up to her. I mean, he's like, "Choo." It's
well,
awesome.
he actually did a lot of like for the Navy or Marines. He did quick draw in like all the gun
Well, no,
competitions, right?
So he did some of that stuff, but lately it's been they have these. There's a couple of things. So one, there's like this tactical range nearby, and he has like a record there and then he's been going to this. There's this place out in Vegas called Front Sight. Right?
Heard about this.
Which my dad loves these trips because he's like, it's awesome. I just get to go out to Vegas, shoot guns all day, and then like go get drunk and gamble. And but the Front Sight's insane. He's like, yeah, I've been getting like into like the elite classes and stuff. So it starts out like how to do quick draw stuff, but then it's like, all right, you're on the field, you're gonna crawl through this shit. Somebody just shot you in your arm. Chamber around with only one arm. You know, he's like, oh, you know, like it's insane. And so he shot enough to get in like the top 10%. Like only a few people have ever done it, and like the guy's insane. And ever since I was a kid, Sean wasn't joking when he talked about like learning gun safety because that's a big part of it. And when my dad first took me onto the range, I will never forget these words.
These exact same words came out when I went to go shoot
Yep.
with you for Shaq Fu.
Yep, and that is like he starts talking about things what you do right with guns, and he's like, and don't ever put a gun at me. He's like, if you point a gun at me, I'm gonna knock you out because I'd rather have you wake up with a headache than me be dead. And I was 10. Very from it. It was like, my dad's gonna knock me out if I point a gun at him. It worked.
Yeah.
My dad
It's
was
a
like,
good
my
method.
My dad was like, here's a gun. Shoot that can. It's like I was like, thanks, Dad.
I feel so powerful. Raise my allowance.
Your guns
Something
do
like
make
that.
you feel powerful, though. There's something about a
they're
gun.
scary
Oh,
as
man.
shit.
Yeah, they
Can't
are.
handle it.
They're
But-
like, I'll agree with you. They're terrifying, but they're as equally badass as
It's
they are
not-
scary. And they're just like, I mean, you have one and you're just like, oh shit. Like,
It's not that guns are that scary. It's that I don't trust people. I think people are stupid. So a lot of people, they're carrying around. They're like, "Oh, look at me! I got a gun." And I like, it's
Why
kind
does
of
it gotta have Southern accent?
Because Southern, come on.
because we're in Texas,
yeah.
y'all. You know,
Have you seen Yosemite Sam? That motherfucker's irresponsible.
I just don't trust people. Like, I just don't trust, especially with guns. People are stupid. They want to try to show off their machismo and be all manly and shit. And like, I have no interest in being anywhere where there's loaded rounds ever. Even though, like we're in Texas and people can carry whenever they want.
Yeah.
Who doesn't have a gun on them right now? No, just
I did the other day. I went over to feed my friend's dog like 2 weeks ago or something like that. And I was like, oh, like I had a headache, and so I called him. I was like, hey, do you have any Advil? He's like, yeah, it should be in the nightstand drawer. And I was looking through it, and I was like, oh, like, condoms, this 9mm Advil. What? Like, I was like, shit, what the fuck? I was like, check. He didn't have one in the chamber or nothing.
Fingerprints are on
Yeah,
it.
good job,
But
Sam.
there was just a loaded clip like right next to it. I was like, Jesus, what are you doing here, man? Like,
He clearly doesn't have a child.
no, he lives alone.
There you go.
But still,
You gotta have it in case you gotta be ready.
Yeah, even John's on he's probably like 8th or 9th lesson with your dad, and he said he was doing one-handed reloads on the pants leg already and stuff. So your dad's teaching him the cool
what does
stuff.
John want to do? Like, why is he
be a
doing
stuntman
it?
and shit.
John-
You
yeah,
know,
stuntman
so, like,
thing, is that what it is?
if you want to be the next John Wick in movies, you're still kind of a good skill to have.
And you know what I told him too the first time we came out? And I was like, I am so glad that you want to learn how to shoot, because as someone who's been shooting since I was 10, there's nothing. It's like a pet peeve of mine. In film, whenever I see somebody, it's like, that motherfucker's never shot a gun in his life, where they're just like, blap, 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 and they fucking snap it. I'm like, you won't
Damn
hit
it.
shit.
I completely forgot because of the Ambry footage I have for you, but next week I'm going to cut a reel of what a bad action scene looks like and what a good action scene looks
Oh
like.
yeah, that was going to be your thing this week.
Yeah, that was going to be my thing this week. It'll be my thing next week.
Okay.
But I saw Jack Reacher 2, and it is filmed so horribly.
Oh, really?
Like, you know how John Wick, it's like, oh, there's John Wick. He's killing people.
Well, John Wick does what most Jackie Chan movies do, and if they make a cut, they go back a few frames and they show all the follow through.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
and stuff.
also they get an actor that can do
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like, go
Yeah,
behind,
but-
if you see those Keanu Reeves videos, and he's like at the gun range going like, "Pop, pop, pop, shotgun," like all this crazy
The
stuff.
thing with me is, like, I hate it when they film stuff and then they cut at impact.
Yeah.
They don't cut after. Like, it's annoying
Yeah.
as hell.
But I was watching Jack Reacher 2, which shouldn't exist, is an awful movie. But like they film stuff like here's
That's
the,
your pet peeve,
Here's
is-
the elbow hitting something.
Right,
Here's
you
a
can't
kick
tell.
hitting some guy, and then they
There's
cut
no
at
context.
the impact.
Yeah, there's no context.
That's how they
to it,
cover
yeah.
bad choreography.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and that's how they cover actors that aren't hitting well.
Yeah.
That's why I hate the Jason
Isn't
Bourne
that Tom
movies.
Cruise though?
Huh? Yeah, I know, and that's the worst part. Tom Cruise does everything. That motherfucker hangs from airplanes.
Yeah, that's what
like,
I'm saying. He gets
Yeah, like-
really into his role. He learns all this shit.
Because I remember, like,
I know he's batshit
MI3,
crazy.
there's really good fight
Yeah,
scenes.
and MI2, he does freaking spin drop kicks on
Yeah.
that guy on the beach. And, like, of course, John Woo films action better than anybody. John Woo's like, here's Tom Cruise doing something awesome.
And then a dove
Also, a
flies
little
by.
bit of beach and a sunset.
yeah,
'cause
and
that's
slow
good.
motion.
Like,
Yeah, and somebody slides across the table holding two guns.
Yeah, and
Awesome.
I'll make it really brief because I don't want to annoy people next week. But I'll just have a couple of clips for
I
you.
can't wait.
Man, okay, Yamboree,
All
guys.
right, please,
Dude,
here it
I've
is,
had
here
this
it
date
is.
circled on my calendar. I want to know what it's like to go to the Yamboree.
I think it's really cool that you guys are actually
I-
kind of pumped for this.
I'm
Well, you've
so-
talked about it for years.
I know, but
yeah, we've been hearing about
I'm
it for
so
ages.
sad I couldn't go.
I know.
Like I'm about to go little girl and clutch this pillow
Yeah.
because I'm so jealous.
that or fuck it.
Hide your
but-
boner.
So
Yeah,
I guess I
Leave my
turn this TV
pillow
up a
fucking
little
alone.
bit, and we just gonna roll this video.
Real quick,
So-
give them a quick background for people who might not know.
Quick background: the Yamboree is an annual yam festival in my tiny hometown of Gilmer, Texas, with 7,000 people.
Real quick, I just want to stop you for a second. If you're thinking he couldn't possibly mean like the actual food yam, he does.
Yes,
Go on.
In the long ago, yams were a cash crop. They stopped growing yams because of a weevil outbreak. Then
weevils, man.
Then, after the infestation, yams returned as a cash crop. The state of Texas demanded every county have a fair annually. So Gilmer, Texas, after the weevil infestation, decided yams would be their fair,
Oh.
and it stuck around for 79 years.
Wow.
So I took my friend John
some
with
good
me.
background.
John, the guy that's shooting everything, with Chad's dad. And I made this video today.
So are we gonna be able to talk about this, or is this?
Yeah, we can talk
Yeah, we can
about it.
chit-chat,
There are
yeah.
some times when I'm saying stuff.
Okay, so just tell us to shut up when you want to
I
shut
will,
up.
I will.
Okay. And for those of you listening on the audio side of it, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, you can. They'll hear.
Oh, hey, real quick before we get to that, some people have been asking about when we're actually going to be having.
When's it on iTunes, you bastard?
Yeah, when's it going to be on iTunes? I'm working with Gus to get that done.
Cool.
So Gus is like the gatekeeper for iTunes. So
Soon.
with Rooster Teeth. So yeah,
Ish,
sooner
we
than
hope.
later. Well, hopefully there's a demand, and when we actually post it there, it rockets up to like
Please
top
validate us
1,000
pitching
in
a
the
Gus
charts.
to put it
Something
on
like
there.
That'd be
So
great.
you'll see rides, carnivals. You'll see my hometown road, and you'll see Kevin Aguilar, who's
The
now
road?
a successful MMA fighter that I ran into.
Kevin
as well.
Aguilar?
Kevin Aguilar,
That
the
sounds
angel
a
of
household
death.
name. An angel of death.
Soon to be in the UFC.
I can't
Here
wait.
we go.
Okay, well here we go. Like,
Roll it, Brian.
This is exciting.
Look, hay bales.
So this already looks like out in the sticks of Texas, which is great. Ooh.
Oh, we're getting
Oh, dude,
Craig's
look at
mic.
that. It actually has a
We're getting Craig's
Yamboree
mic.
thing.
Of course.
You didn't think that they would put like signage up?
Yeah, of course.
Look at this wonderful montage. I'm digging it.
Okay, it's on the TV. It's on the rock TV.
Is this
It's fine.
the Yam Queen? There she is on a truck. Dude, this looks so small town. It's outstanding.
Yeah.
Everything about this, and
It is.
the
You got the parade going on during the day.
Is this downtown?
This is downtown. This is the
Was that
square.
the yam dance?
Yeah.
The yams? The yams?
I love the baby bald eagles.
The scale's pretty large. I think there was probably about
Is that
40 or
the Yam
50,000
Queen?
people.
No, we already saw the
We already saw it.
1940?
There's the
Oh, that's a
1934
lie.
Yam Queen.
What a
That
lie.
guy's high as hell.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lie.
There's the violin fiddling contest.
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
thing.
they're fiddling?
Yeah,
There
fiddling
was a
contest
fiddling
was awesome.
contest, I heard, which is
Yep.
so good. Oh, look.
Is this the Pimp My Ride from you?
This is also the parade where they have nice cars.
This makes the Yamboree seem much larger and more interesting
Nobody's
than,
driving that one.
than
Whoa.
you would think so.
Oh, there's John.
There's John. Is this Yamson again?
Yeah,
Is
he's
he
dancing.
Yamson?
Everybody shut up.
Then look at that guy on the left just looking at him. He's like, what is he doing?
Yep.
Wow. Oh, is that vegan? Pop,
I think cotton candy is vegan, yeah.
Is that the Angel of Death?
No, not yet.
Oh. Oh, there's non-copyright
John's
infringing.
getting in on his fair games. He's got to erase that entire star with BBs.
Now the question is, do you shoot the outside of the star or do you start on the inside?
I don't know.
It's not the one. That's not fair at all. You know, if you keep building it up, you have to ride it. No,
The Bears were the worst ride there. They'll make you throw up.
So here's the thing. I don't trust any...
Here you go.
What?
the angel of death. This is Kevin.
Did you know who that guy was?
Yes! Shut up!
Right? This guy will fuck your ass up.
I don't understand why you're... Like, did you know who he was?
Yes!
Angel of death.
And he was at the Yamboree.
No, he wasn't there at all.
Just hanging out with his family. Okay. Well, here's my thing. I don't
Let's
trust...
watch as Craig puts together simple information in his mind
But he's
excessively
there.
slowly.
I don't trust... Well, I just find it ironic that this MMA guy's at the Yamboree. Like, I didn't know it was that big of a draw.
So there's a haunted house ride, and none of the stuff worked on it.
That's cool.
I just have a hard time trusting any ride
We are
that comes in on
inside.
wheels.
We are inside the haunted house, and now it's over.
That's good.
Thanks.
That is classic carnival right
It
there.
is,
Yeah,
of
this
course. That's the ride you're scared
This
of.
is
Oh,
pretty
man.
ham for Yamboree, I think.
This is pretty ham yam.
Yeah.
All the
Yeah,
people
Lord.
in this thing
Let's
are.
go in Yam City over
Dude,
here.
is there anything wrong? Like, the Funhouse is the best.
Of course it is.
The Funhouse is the best thing ever.
I've never been in one.
What?
Oh my god.
You
All
never
right,
been in a fun house?
Oh
We're
my
gonna save
God.
carnival talk for after this because I've got a lot to talk about when it comes to carnivals.
Hell yeah. Dude, that was a quick Funhouse.
I know. It
Dang.
went fast.
Oh, you must be on a Ferris wheel right now. Look at that.
No, he can fly.
Oh, man. John's
Did
going to
y'all
rape
kiss?
you.
I don't know.
Oh, man.
Ah!
What's going to happen? Once again, ladies, if you see that look on your man's face, it's okay to say no.
Yeah.
Jeez. What
you
is
guys-
happening right
I
now?
kept it going.
They're trying not to have fun on a Ferris wheel. It's a challenge.
I see.
And we got yam tater tots.
Yam tater.
That's what you guys fucked up on.
The local Sonic
Local
has...
Sonic made yam tater tots.
You sure
great.
they just weren't sweet potato tots like they normally do?
No, they were yam tots. I can tell.
I'm pretty
Yachts?
sure. Aren't yams sweet potatoes?
Joke's on you guys.
Isn't that what a yam is?
No. Yams are different than sweet potatoes.
I like that you looked at me like, what is wrong with you?
They
There you
all
go.
did.
And I took way too long to edit
Oh,
that
shit.
today.
That was good. Well, thank you for... we need to post it
day's
on...
work.
We'll post it on Twitter.
Yeah, we will.
So everybody can check it out. That's great. Well, that seems like it was a really great
The
time.
Yamboree was much larger than I assumed it would be.
Yeah.
Yes,
Much
it
more
really
legitimate.
was. A lot changes in 10 years.
How it would the last time you went to it, was it of that quality?
There's that shot of like the street line to the parade. It never went that way. They
really?
had to open up that street because it had gotten so much larger. Could you imagine organizing a fucking parade?
I mean,
That would suck.
Yo, I've been thinking about this, and this is gonna be a little bit of a sidetrack, but in New Orleans, you can have a parade, city sanctioned parade. I think it's like $360. You roll a parade. So you just get a roll
Really?
a parade, right? Like
Wow.
Whenever
you
you
do your
want?
own shit. Yeah. Like, well, I mean, you have to schedule it. You can't just like roll up, be like, hey, it's parade day. Like, you know, you have to do like a week in advance. But yeah, you can have your parade and do the whole like, you know, Boston Street and all that stuff, I guess. And you can just have your parade.
Can we do a game attack parade?
No, I got you.
That'll
In New
really raise
Orleans?
awareness.
What would your parade be, Craig? And what would you celebrate? If you had your own town, what would your local fair be?
The Yam Parade.
no, it would be something really stupid.
Scare the shit out of kids parade?
No. See, my favorite time of the year to do a parade would be like March or April or like right now, where
Like
the
you've
weather's
thought-
really
like
nice.
you've
The
thought
weather
about
change was
this
like
before.
perfect timing.
Listen, I'm giving it thought right now, Chad James. All right, Chatty J.
Yeah, that's
Oh
right.
God. Let's please
all right,
don't make
that's
that
the
a thing,
worst.
Craigie.
I think it's just C. James is better.
CJ, you're right.
CJ
James.
James.
Or like Chad MF James is, you know, that's good too.
Here's the thing. I like competition.
Yeah.
So ultimately, I would go head to head with the Jamboree the same weekend.
In the same place. Whose parade is better?
It would
No.
be the pumpkin fest.
No, that would never happen because the Jamboree had other local towns come in. There were towns over an hour away that
Yeah.
were represented at the Jamboree, so you couldn't do that,
I would
Craig.
do it in.
He could do it in one of the abandoned towns. It'd be easy.
I think you've already gone the wrong way because the idea of a competitive parade sounds better than just trying to compete with another parade.
It worked for a Morton Joe, didn't it, in Mad Max?
Dude, check it out. There's a pumpkin festival in Paris, Texas.
That's not far.
There's your competition.
Festival of Pumpkins.
But yeah, the Jamboree was awesome. You know, you go back to... Sometimes you go back home and you're like...
What is that?
I made it to the city.
I made it to the city.
Yeah.
I made it to the city.
I made it to the city.
Fuck that. Like, Jamboree was awesome. It was awesome to go back. The best part was showing John my old school.
Yeah, he
And-
said that. He said that if we need to take you to like the local high school here.
Yeah.
Because he
Get
said
some perspective.
Y'all
he-
should see mine.
Well, what John said, what John said in his was at Marcus. So we graduated. My class was like 650 kids, right? And apparently you graduated like 60.
Yeah,
right?
I think there was like 72 in mine.
So what John was saying was that the elementary school, middle school, and high school are all right next to each other. Like
Okay.
they're pretty much the same
go
building.
down the street.
And it's essentially one wing of Marcus on the bottom. That is their entire
Yeah.
middle school, high school, and
Junior high,
elementary
yeah.
school, like all in one.
That's
which is
crazy.
great.
Yeah, it had like a dirt parking lot for the football stadium, and like also when we had the parade and they had the homecoming queens of different schools like riding in these like convertibles and stuff, John was like, man, like being homecoming queen is like really something special here, isn't it? I was like, and you know, growing up, I was like, fuck no. But then, like, you know, with some perspective, like,
You get to roll deep at the Jamboree.
Yeah,
I mean,
like-
that's something, right?
I mean, are people at Marcus like when they went homecoming queen? Did they get something like that?
I don't know. I think
Like,
they get banged in the hotel room.
Oh my god!
It's not like that.
Yeah, but yeah, John. I think John really appreciated that, like, winning an otherwise like award of any kind gave you like a parade.
Notoriety.
Dude,
Yeah.
I got some Jamboree
get a
B-roll.
place.
I got the entire parade here.
Sean,
We're
the
gonna put
only
a
thing I'm going to
B-roll
say
on
I'm
the
a little
line.
disappointed about is you didn't like.
Yam B-roll.
Where were the yams?
Yeah, I don't.
Where
okay,
are
so
the yams?
I don't know where the yams were.
I feel like they really
Better
lost
question,
track. Yeah.
what are the Yams? The power that be. Dropping Kendrick Lamar. No one knows
Oh
any
my
fucking
God.
music over here. It's goddamn garbage.
Kendrick
Fuck you guys.
Lamar?
Lamar, yeah. Listen to some rap.
I
You
don't
guys are
listen. I don't
pieces of
listen.
shit.
I don't listen to
Fucking
any rap
like
that's
Grammy
less
Award
than.
winning Best Album of the Year shit over here.
I
Don't know
I
nothing.
don't listen to any
Fucking
rap that's
Yam-related
not 15
music.
years old.
You know, that's funny. The other day, I was talking to somebody. We had like the meetup thing, and then somebody was like, "So you like rap? How do you and Chad like grow up together?" And he was like, "Punk." And I was like, "Well, essentially, at their core, they're the same thing. Like, fuck authority.
Yeah.
And when you're not doing that, like, fucking fight. Like,
Yeah,
they're essentially they have the same core values.
yeah.
Rap and punk talk is fascinating, but I think there's something larger we need to talk about.
What's
here.
that?
And that is Sam never have gone on a fun house before.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, what the hell? Okay, I love carnivals. Like, God, can we just find a time to go to a carnival?
Yes.
Because I haven't been to a carnival pretty much since I've been dating April. Like,
What? No. So what?
she
don't like 'em?
fucking hates carnivals.
Divorce her.
Yeah, divorce.
Right now.
So,
Sling
like,
that D on her. The D
I'm
word.
not
That's how I got a child.
I'm not against carnivals. Obviously, I've been to I went to one for the sole purpose of like, hey, we gonna ride some rides, right? Because I was like, how could they be better than say like going to Six Flags and shit,
not
right?
rides. Death traps.
Oh my
Is that
god.
what she
Real
thinks?
talk,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
But here's what happened, because like that is kind of my thing. Is like I don't really trust them. I'm not saying that you have a high chance of dying, less than 1%, but I do think if you had a statistical chart, it does increase your chances of dying somewhat.
Of course. Probably exponentially.
And then, so I went on that one, like you sit in those like strapped chairs with the chains and you spin around.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Fucking broke in the middle of the ride.
Oh no, what happened?
No, and it's just like they had to stop harsh and we got some
Oh, I thought
whiplash
you
and
meant
swung around.
No,
But
the
yeah,
chains broke. It'd be a
Yeah,
bigger
you just
issue.
like
no.
flew off.
Nah, but still, it was really whiplashy and shitty, and they had
Yeah.
to shut it down. And I was like, first ride at a carnival, broke in the middle of it, pretty violent, like,
Yeah.
not fun. And then we did some more rides. Like I didn't even back out at that point, but still,
Didn't we go to one in Denton? There's one in Denton off like the side, and when we were on the little spinny thing, and it
Yeah,
broke.
I didn't mess with them though.
Yeah.
So why didn't you go to the fun house? Like, why would you never go to a fun house?
Yeah,
Oh
they're
well, I
great.
don't think I might have when I was way younger, but I don't have a memory of it.
You go into the giant spinning wheel, and then you go into you always end up in some sort of crazy mirrors.
You got
like,
And
mirrors.
for some reason, there's a fucking bridge where everything's made
I've
of
been-
rollers, and you're just like, God damn it! And you're trying to make it across.
I've been in like a house of mirrors before, so I know that part.
That's usually just a part of the fun house, though.
Yeah, see, but the bridge thing, it just sounds like some like Eureka Park stuff, I guess.
But you can run, you can slide across it, and then like usually get to a place where for some reason there's a lot of like inflatable things just in your way, and you like push through them, and there's a slide, and then you get into there's like a spinning tube that you have to get into, and you try and
It
hold
looks
on to
like
it as long as you can.
It
so you
looks like
spin
your
around.
average man's version of the Lost Temple.
Yeah, if it were made by clowns.
If you
Yeah,
and
instead of Olmec. Yeah.
and you didn't have to be a god to get through
Yeah.
it.
dude, if we're talking like carnival rides, I would say the Spinnaker is what I believe it was called.
Whoa,
The
watch
Spin-
it.
The Spinnaker. Yeah. That's the thing. I think
Did
you
you
were
hear
in.
that with the
At
hard
least
R?
the Spinnaker.
It's
Okay.
Spinnaker, yes.
Yeah,
You're
watch
gonna go
it.
there.
The Spinnaker. I'll use the ER. The Spinnaker was, I think, what you were on, where you're in the middle and it spins around. Did yours have a DJ in the middle of it?
Okay, look. What your sorry ass is talking about is called the Gravitron.
Yeah, the Gravitron.
I think you need to get one thing right.
Where'd you get Spinnaker?
I'm pretty
best-
sure-
Yeah,
I'm-
Google that.
I'm-
Get
I'm-
this
I'm-
shit off.
Back
of
when
the
he,
TV.
what's
back
with
when
these
he
teenage
was
girls?
fair, like go to the fair age,
There
they
it is,
weren't like
bingo.
big on gravity.
Okay, so
That's
first,
not right.
Yeah, that's a fucking boat.
Gravitron.
okay, look, I'm telling you something here.
Yeah.
So the Gravitron at the Ambery, from as long as I can remember, was actually called the Starship. And you get on this
I
ship,
think I've seen that.
and the wall spin, and it spins so
yes,
fast.
that exact one.
Yeah,
It's amazing. And
It's
then the things
exactly like
slide up. Okay,
Yep.
tell me you went upside down.
Of course.
Yeah, that's what
I mean,
you
not
gotta
now.
do.
But yeah, so I was telling John about this because John never went to small town fairs or the Texas fair. So we got on this for the first time. And so we start to spin, and it gets so fast you think that you've gone upside down. And because gravity's pulling you back, you think you're laying down, and you think you're looking up at the people. You know that sense of inertia? You're just staring at me?
Yeah.
Nothing at
No,
all?
I don't.
No, I know what you're
God,
doing.
No,
all
not
right.
getting that.
Okay, so John's like, "Are we upside down?" And I'm like, "No, but it feels like it." But the worst part there, the worst thing about it now, as opposed to then, was
Oh,
Okay,
they're
we're
actually
gonna
in it
start-
right
yeah, there you
now.
go.
You can't tell because he's just holding it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're actually spinning.
Well,
Yeah.
what Bolin is talking about is because it messes with the equilibrium in your ear, because your head is higher than the rest of you, and the gravity, if it leans back, the gravity, you have the most gravity on your head,
Yeah.
so that feels like your point of balance rather than your feet.
Okay.
So it can turn your ears. It happens to some people, not others.
Look at this lady
Gotcha.
over here on the wall over here.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do. You gotta spin.
That bitch
Yeah.
be looking like Spider-Man
Okay, so,
over there.
so I was telling John, now the Gravitron is it's operated by people that don't speak English.
Okay.
Okay.
Look at that guy on the right. He's like,
They
no.
don't understand
So-
screams even.
It's old. The Gravitron is old. I mean, this is the same fucking one because it's all
From 10 years ago,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, like
So
20
they
years
call it the
ago.
Way
yeah.
older than that, yeah.
But back in the day, like in the middle, they're playing Linkin Park really loud, and the DJ's like,
There's a DJ in the middle?
Yeah.
yeah. And on the Gravitron in Gilmer, Texas, was, and he'd be like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And then somebody would like get upside down, and he'd be like, stop doing that, get right side up. Oh yeah. And he'd like go into DJ mode, and the music was so loud, and it was like this huge experience to ride this fucking thing. Now there's this dude sitting there like this,
Like that
and
guy.
it's so old, and it's going. It's also, it's not rocking, but it's creaking on on the other axis.
Well,
Like,
on
you
the
could at the
vertical
very least
axis.
use some WD-40. Like,
Yes.
I
So-
imagine that he's like an old retired NASCAR driver, and this is like the closest he can get to his thrill of just continuously turning left.
Yeah.
No, he's not turning.
But
I think he
must,
is.
yeah,
I
he
think
must have
is.
been. Otherwise, he would have been spinning when the other
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
let me just
But
let me
he's at the
just
center, so
let me
I
just
don't think
ask
it's
you
really-
guys something. Were fairs for you guys like the moment of truth for getting the girl?
No.
At all?
I
That
never
was-
had
I
an
didn't take
opportunity.
one to a fair until way later in life.
That's not what I'm saying though, because like in 6th grade, you know, you got
I never
you got
dated anyone in 6th grade, so I don't know.
Well, even 7th grade.
Not 7th.
God damn!
Not
you
until
guys-
like,
Sam didn't date anyone until he was like 17.
there's one when I was like 15.
Oh yeah, I'll never
well,
forget
I'm just
that.
I'm just saying you never see the girl outside of school, but you know she's gonna be at the Amberee.
Yeah,
So,
Brian,
so
pull
you,
this up real
you
quick.
best look good because you're gonna catch your girl at the Amberee, and if you can get next to her on the gravitron, you
You're
hold
good
that
to go?
hand
Oh, you're
in
good to
zero
go?
in
Or
zero
you flip
G.
upside down and you Spider-Man kiss her.
Check out this kid. Check out this kid over
Yeah.
here. Watch this kid on the right. Watch this kid. This kid's face. He's just like, oh my god.
Great.
Oh no!
Like, if that kid would have vomited, that would have been awesome.
Oh, that's outstanding.
Yeah, but you're not, man. That guy just doesn't give a fuck about the safety
He's
of
got a
those
lean
kids.
on. Like,
That guy. Oh my god, are we dying? Is that what that kid's saying?
Pretty sure that's
This
exactly
little girl's
what
like
she said.
freaking out.
is this what it feels like to go to heaven?
Yes.
But what was a Spinnaker? I know there was a carnival ride named the Spinnaker.
This is great. You couldn't find it, could you?
Spinnaker carnival ride. Hold on.
But I've always wanted to ride one that didn't have a lid, like at the end of Grease.
Yeah.
So you could just jump out and die?
Yeah, like that one, like the red one,
Bingo. The
There it is.
Spinnaker. It's at Six Flags. That's what it was. This-
like that red one. Yeah, like that. Imagine that shit.
There's one without the top.
Yeah, Chad, why don't you get upside
Hold
on
on.
that thing?
Yeah, fuck that.
Upside down. Then you just get tossed.
The Spinnaker. Let's see.
What's fucking Cthulhu doing there?
I don't know. Hold
Is it a
on.
tentacle monster?
Get on Cthulhu
He's
and
an octopus
spin
you
around.
around. Like,
Yeah, at the Six Flags over Texas. Yes, it was
yeah,
a
that
giant.
one's racially themed.
Yes,
I
hold
like
on.
it. Yeah, great.
No, that's different. That's the
that
ride from
sombrero?
Sandlot. That's the ride from Sandlot.
Yeah, that is because
That's
they
not
get
quite
in
the
there.
Spinnaker.
That is the carts. That's way different.
That one goes up and down and
Yeah,
around.
Your back's not against the wall.
Yeah.
Well, listen. There was one that was at Six Flags. They see. I know what I was talking about.
Did you?
Sure,
buddy.
Did you really?
Whatever you think.
Look,
Wait a
they all
minute.
rotate
That
in-
sombrero-shaped ride is called the Spinnaker?
It was at one time.
No, Sean, it's called El Spinnaker.
Oh, racially charged jokes.
Oh,
Great.
man. Oh, it was. Yes. It's okay. Wow.
I just like carnival games. I know you're not supposed to win them, but they're fun.
Oh, they're so expensive, dude. The basketball hoops, like this guy was playing basketball and he was like getting really mad because he can't miss because the hoop, it's shaped like this.
Smaller than the ball.
It's too big. You can't do
Yeah,
shit.
it's like the thing is you have to go up and you have to go a perfect shot straight down the hole
Yeah.
because generally basketball hoops are 2 times the size of the ball.
Yeah.
And at the carnivals they're like right at 1. You have to like pretty much.
Yeah.
It's like getting a golf ball into a hole that is the size of a golf ball.
Yeah,
It just
yeah.
goes, boop.
I once
Thanks for
spent
painting that picture.
I once spent $17 on this shitty ring toss game to win a whip.
I didn't expect you were going with whip.
for a whip.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
pretty
not a
good.
car.
seem horrible.
Not a car.
I know.
Not a car.
I know. I understand.
A whip.
Yeah,
Indiana
dude, I got
Jones
like
style.
a Chrysler.
Yeah,
That was great.
It still doesn't seem like a bad trade though. Like especially if this was 10 years ago or so.
Yeah, I guess
like,
not.
$17 for a whip.
That's a pretty horrible deal.
Honestly, when we
I'm
first
gonna take the
Well,
opposite
yeah,
stance on
compared
that.
to fucking Amazon Prime, yeah, I bet it is.
yeah.
Just a heads up, I did take video of the Possum Festival, but it was so condescending looking that I didn't put it in that video. And
I heard
Yeah.
John talking about that. He's
Well,
like,
because I think you guys, you
John
don't
just
want to look like you're going to the zoo. You're
Yeah.
like, look at these people of lesser means.
Oh,
like,
of course.
So-
John kept asking, like, why do you want a picture of the possum sign? Like, he asked me that. After he took it, he was like, why'd you want to picture that? I was just like,
like, why do you want to get a picture next to Abraham Lincoln
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Washington D.C.? You
yeah.
know?
It's just weird that like
So
I
remember
Just
felt like
compare
a
the
yeah.
possum sign to this sculpture of Lincoln?
Absolutely.
It's it's a
sculpture of
tourist
Lincoln.
attraction.
But
That's all
that
it
you're
is.
taking that picture more of a look where I've come from, not a look
Nah.
at this thing. Like,
I
even
honestly
that.
think that one's more like, look, this is just like that thing from the Goofy movie.
Right, yeah.
That's why I wanted to take it.
See, I want to
Fair enough.
see. That's
So-
what I want to see. I wanted to see trash, Sean.
Well, why do you say it was like degrading to it? I don't understand.
I don't know. It just felt like it.
You're not doing it to him.
Because
They're
the
doing it
sign's
themselves.
just all
Just-
rusted
they
out and
saw
stuff.
the sign.
That's good.
You saw the sign. It says Rowensboro. It said no zip on the sign, and then population 75. You just can't look at something like that.
Well, hold on. I'll
and-
pull it up right now.
the
Hold on.
fact is, they didn't have an
You're not gonna
opossum
find it.
time, so just leave it there.
Fuck you. You
Jesus
didn't find it last
Christ.
week. You're not going to find it this
Yeah, I
week. Let's
know.
move on.
This
Let's move
guy's
on.
googling up a storm
God,
over here,
he's like-
trying to find 75 city population.
It's not possible
pictures.
to find on the internet.
God, I'm
not
having-
possible. It's impossible.
Mission
Yeah,
impossible.
Yeah,
Impossible.
let's just.
I'm
move
half convinced
forward.
Craig started the show just so he could Google things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Publicly googling the show.
Craig's like,
there he
I
goes.
I never learn anything in my free time. I'll just learn it while people are watching.
Sorry, what were you guys saying?
Nothing. That's all, Craig.
Can you guys shut up and let me Google some things?
Man,
No, why
guess
would
what?
we shut
Timefall
up?
2 coming out this week.
Yeah, I know. I
Well,
have a drawer
watch how
over
excited I
there.
am.
Diamonds. Like,
Hey, so there it is. Hold on, I got it.
Oh, there it is.
Look, it's not degrading if I found it on Google.
It looks like someone
That's it.
graffitied it as a joke.
That's
There it is.
kind
it.
of like, yeah, it looks like the back of a van.
Thanks,
Kind
Adam
of
Wells.
thing.
See, that's
It
hey,
looks like someone tagged just the Rowensboro sign.
Yeah.
They-
Hey, just any city sign, it's like shitty mascot capital.
Yeah.
Just,
They-
what's all the possum
They
capital?
converted the fireworks stand too. Like,
Well, actually, that's where they hold the festival.
yeah,
That's
I know.
their courthouse.
They converted it. That's what I said.
Yeah.
See, come on. Don't tell me I can't find things. Here's a picture of this. Hold
No
on.
one said you couldn't find things.
I know, but actually, yes, you
Well,
did say
I said, well, you didn't find it last week, which
Look,
means
he said
you're
it's
getting better at Googling
impossible,
stuff.
Possible.
It looks like it says festival.
It's the world famous festival. Yeah.
The Possum Festival.
Well, that's fun.
Also, I feel like they started writing possum and then they just like went back in time to the 90s to write festival. Because it's just a dead. It's not even a possum. It's a fucking armadillo.
It's not even-
Unless he's
God.
like the best possum at playing dead, that it looks like
How
a
do you
run
expect
over
our
armadillo.
viewers to armadillo with that?
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Armadillo with that. Armadillo that.
golly.
It's not the end of the show yet. It's too early for the
I
puns,
know.
damn it.
I just started early.
God.
It's better
Man.
to start early than finish early.
Hey, so
that's for
speaking
sure.
of games that are coming out, I tweeted this out the other day because I didn't even realize this happened. But
we got one coming
Gears
out?
of War
Is that-
4?
Oh, no, no, not that one.
Gears of 4.
Who the fuck cares?
God, you say that about every game that you don't like or
Yeah.
isn't Mario.
Also,
Is it? No.
You say that about
does
every
anybody
single
care?
people,
Does anybody care?
Yeah, people who
Yeah.
like have time and shit. But like you don't got time for Gears
you
of War.
don't make a fourth game if nobody cares.
It was- it
you
is
don't
the-
make like you said
it
the
is the
same thing.
quietest-
about-
Although we cannot say the same thing about Tremors 5. Just
That
saying.
is true. That is true.
It is the
rule doesn't always
quietest,
work.
Did you watch
quietest
it?
mainstream video game release I've ever seen. Tell me I'm wrong.
When does it come out?
It already
came out,
is.
yeah.
It's been out for 2 weeks.
Actually, I think you got a copy for
Recore
free.
way worse.
Recore was.
Did I?
It's not the
You probably
fourth,
did.
fourth
I think
sequel. third
everybody has
sequel.
Yeah, I
1070s
guess
did.
not. But Recore, either way, Recore is the quietest launch I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like Keiji Inafune made this game. Oh my god, it's an Xbox One exclusive. They didn't tell anyone shit about that game. Like,
Gears of War 4 is the first one without Cliffy B, right?
yeah.
I mean,
They
I don't think
made
that's,
Judgment without Cliffy B.
I
but
don't think
Judgment
that's
was-
really going to be the decider on that one.
I
But
don't think
it's
so either.
whatever. I just don't think.
Can you kill people with a chainsaw?
Well, no, this is Recore right
Yeah.
here.
Okay, the thing. Yeah, that looks like way
Recore
too
looks
boring
like Sin
about
and
shooting
Punishment.
stuff.
Oh, is Recore out?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's for grip,
Man, that
dude.
came out
in
kind of
September.
cool.
But
did.
here's the thing. I don't think Gears of War 4, much like a lot of Microsoft games lately, has gotten very much press at all. And now it's like if we don't have a giant $1 million ad campaign, a lot of people just think that.
Yeah,
But
But it's
Microsoft,
Gears of War 4.
I know, but Microsoft hasn't been pushing their games very hard lately.
yeah.
It's well, are they just
They're
gonna-
spending all their money on the Scorpio.
Yeah, exactly. They're pushing their
They
console right
released an
now.
entirely new console called the Xbox One S.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
already
exactly.
obsolete.
Because after a couple minutes they then announced the Scorpio, and you're like, oh, that was stupid.
Actually,
I think
same time, I
they
think.
they announced them at the same time.
I know,
They're
it was
like,
a couple minutes later.
Yeah,
Yeah,
here's the Xbox One S, and here's why you shouldn't buy it.
Yeah.
And now the Scorpion's gonna come in and just kill it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what they
but
should
there's
have
lots
represented.
of games that do that. It's Gears 4. So Gears was never like that big of a franchise. Like, yeah, it's large, but
Yeah, I mean, it's,
Well, I mean, it is
it's
pretty
not
huge.
like a Halo coming out and nobody caring.
But it was at one time.
Kind of is, yeah.
Gears
I mean, Gears
was
was
Halo.
huge.
Yeah, but Gears has been on a downhill decline.
yeah.
It's not like
So
Gears
is Halo.
2 was as big as fucking Halo 2.
You know what
And
I
it's
want?
not like Gears 3 was as big as Halo 3.
So can I play Call of Duty hater guy here who says every game looks like the same?
Oh yeah, this game is
looks
10
the
years
old.
old.
exact
Yeah,
same.
Yeah, this game's 10 years old.
Yeah, it looks the exact same. Like I played through Gears 1, and then I played the intro to Gears 2. Not even just getting to the credits.
Clearly, you're a
And-
seasoned expert then.
Well, this looks the exact same.
I mean, like I played Gears 1, 2, 3, Judgment. I bought a Gears 3 Special Edition Xbox 360. Like, I was looking for this for this show. I sent you a Gears fan trailer that I made to show you that I could edit video when I first applied for an internship. Like, I was a huge Gears fan, and like this game's reviewing high,
Yeah.
but like I played the beta and I was like, yeah.
played that,
There's
but-
too many games that are new that don't feel like I played them 4 times already.
Yeah, and
You know-
we're in a position too where I think people are really asking for new stuff. The only stale shit that's going to survive is Call of Duty, and even them, they're having to rechange a lot of shit.
I am so stoked for Horizon. That
Yeah,
game looks
Zero
so
Dawn?
good. Robo
Yeah.
dinosaurs, and you're
Yeah,
like in this
yeah.
weird, like post-apocalyptic, like old technology.
But I will
and
say-
like, oh, that looks so good.
This game does look like it has cool weapons. That weapon right
Gears of
there
War,
was a smart
it always
idea.
has pretty cool weapons, but man, like, let's talk about Titanfall 2, because you know, like before you got into the industry, you're like, I wish I had a voice to complain about shit. So
Okay.
let's do. I hate being negative Nancy about video games.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
no.
you do.
I really hate people that complain a lot.
but
He's
yet
like
you're
Batman.
about
It's like
to.
the job
But
he
I'm
begrudgingly
gonna-
took.
How
I'm not
can you
gonna
sit this
complain-
close to Sam?
I'm not going to complain about a game. I'm going to complain about why you would release Titanfall 2 a week after Battlefield 1 and a week before Call of Duty.
Because you have to make dollarly budgets.
Why not?
That's
Why not?
why-
Dollarly budget.
Dollarly
Why not
budget,
wait
annual
till-
dollar
Tell the
budget.
man
The
it's done it
official
before.
name.
How about a week, or how about a month after those two games?
Yeah.
Well, a month later,
And it's EA's
It's after Black Friday.
Well, yeah, but EA made Battlefield 1 as well. Can you? I mean, you're a business guy. Can you help me
Well,
understand?
then, yeah, I mean, shit. Wait for February.
Yeah.
Let me put it this way, right? How many brands are in Rooster Teeth?
Oh God.
Let's just do it. How
I
many
know.
brands?
Infinity.
Like 6 main brands, right? There's RT, Achievement Hunter, Funhouse, like those brands.
Yeah.
Game Attack, right? So 6, 7, 8, whatever, right? And we have all these things going on separately.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Same thing at EA, right? Titanfall, like they're gonna try to get their stuff out, right? But what's the biggest problem with Rooster Teeth? Is they're always trying to window things to hit a time that everything has its chance to shine, even when projects don't have anything to do with each other.
Of
right?
course, yeah.
Right, and that's kind of the same thing with EA, right? They're trying to get these things out, and they have to hit these. They have stockholders, they have budgets they need to hit, they have goals, the P&Ls, and all
yeah,
sorts
so
of
you can
stuff.
get
At the
nice
same
fourth quarter.
time, Warner Brothers was Witcher 3's pub, right?
I think so. Yeah.
And they were like, and then Project Red was like, or CD
Projekt
Projekt
Red,
Red
yeah.
was just like, no, how about we don't do your September launch? It's fucking February. No one likes February.
Yeah.
And they just did it. And then you know what? Just fucking maybe because it was so good, but still
Yeah,
just
they
fucking
killed it.
sales. Like
Yeah.
nothing else was there,
Yeah.
and they were just
Oh.
like, they're like, oh look, there's no games here. How about we just drop Game of the Year in February, and everyone's just gonna buy the shit out that.
Yeah. And then
Like, just-
Bloodborne launch in February too.
Yeah,
It
like,
skipped
I
the
mean-
holiday season.
Roll, yeah. Why not roll Titanfall? Especially because isn't Battlefield EA too?
Yeah.
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 Okay. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Like, why are you dropping them
Like
back to back?
Yeah. Like
Well,
the
that's what
hype
he
for
was saying.
Battlefield 1 is real. Call of Duty is gonna sell 10, 15 million
Yeah.
copies probably. Like
if one was like hyper focused on PC, I could kind of understand it, but it's not.
or if Titanfall was, or if Call of Duty wasn't a futuristic shooter where you could slide, double jump, run
Yeah.
on walls, grapple hook.
I mean, maybe that's their thought process, that like, oh well, Battlefield's not a futuristic shooter,
Right.
and Titanfall is.
Yeah.
So
Dude, Titanfall is one of my like harshest regrets from like the Xbox One. I bought it because I was like, I bought an Xbox One just to play Killer Instinct, and then I bought an Xbox One arcade, or then I modded my stick to work on that, and I was like, I spent so much money just to play Killer Instinct, and I was like, I feel like I should have another game, and then I bought Titanfall, and I played it for a weekend, and that's
That
where
was
it
it.
stayed.
I probably put about 30 hours into Titanfall, enough to get to where in other games you would prestige or start over, but like there wasn't enough variety in the first game. A review came out for this already today that gave it a 9. I think it was GameSpot
it's like
or
Gerardo
Polygon.
still plays the first one. Like
Yeah,
he's been
he's
playing like
obsessed with it.
1,000 hours or
Yeah,
some
Gerardo
shit.
still plays Titanfall 1. And like
He might be playing it right now.
mechanically, I don't think I mean, the beta was fine. There's nothing wrong with the game at all.
Actually, there was, right?
People
right,
complain
Gerardo,
a lot.
Gerardo,
He
you hated the
complained
beta.
so
Yeah.
fucking hard.
But-
He hated the
Oh my
beta.
god! He's like, oh, it's not the same.
Yeah.
Oh, they fucked up all this stuff. Oh, blah, blah. And then they're like, I don't know what changed, but a couple weeks ago he's just like, oh, I'm so excited, Titanfall 2. And I'm like, you fucking sellout.
Yeah, that's, I
Well,
mean, that's how gamers across the world are.
Did the devs actually change because people were pissed
They-
off about the rodeo? They changed the rodeo.
They didn't change the rodeo.
I thought they were changing
No,
it.
they didn't.
Oh, I thought there was a handful
Basically-
of like major things that people were like, nah, we gonna change.
Yeah,
like,
in Titanfall 1, you could just jump on a Titan and shoot its core and then jump off whenever you wanted. Now it's like you jump on a Titan, it's a pre-canned animation, and you take its battery out, and then you can put it in your own Titan to give your Titan more life.
That's weird.
I don't know. I just don't.
I mean, the concept is cool. It's like, I mean, it's what made Mech Warrior awesome back in the day.
No, like, that's the thing. Like, I would play Titanfall if I didn't have Overwatch and Battlefield 1 to already play.
Dude, okay. Let's move on from Titanfall, because I
Okay.
want to talk about Battlefield 1.
Yeah, I know.
Like, Battlefield 1 is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I've only played, 10 games of it, but I've already put 11 hours in because each game.
each game is like an hour long.
Like I had so much fun playing it, but I've tried to play it a handful of times at home, and it's not that it's not fun. It's just that it's
Way better with friends.
so much better when you have just one person with you
Oh, yeah.
to do some squad shit with.
Even one.
It's so much better.
I bought Battlefield 1 for nights when I don't have my 6-man crew for Overwatch. Like, if there's 2 or 3 of us, boom, Battlefield 1, done.
There you go.
And so we played it together a lot, and I would say it's definitely. I think IGN said it was meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
Like, it was a meat and potato
It's
shooter.
like
really
good
up,
stew.
but nothing
It's a
super
good
special or
stew.
fancy.
Yeah,
It's like not like we're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Like it's not no Michelin stars, but
I had a friend that
it's
was
fucking
upset
good.
there wasn't a lot of gun customization. I was like,
I feel like there's a fair amount of gun
yeah,
customization.
there is.
especially for World War One. Like,
You don't have laser sights. Sorry.
Yeah,
but
or
you get
foregrips.
a scope and
Yeah.
a bayonet, and
Dude, that bayonet
but like,
rush
do you
is
really
ridiculous.
need anything else?
I
Like,
think you can put a scope. You can just change how your scope's like magnification and
yeah,
stuff.
I feel like the game's tight enough, and like when you shoot people in the head, it feels great.
Well, and I found myself using different guns like in the same class for different situations quite a bit. So I feel like in that, like I wasn't just like, oh, this is the one gun for assault. I was
Yeah.
like, oh no, this one's when you're more close range, and this is when you're doing like the desert level, and like
Yeah.
I had
Here's-
a different gun for each
I
class.
feel
Here's
like
the
it's
shotgun.
level.
You're good.
I just feel like I need to unlock so much more shit to really get the feel of the
Dude,
game.
that is
Like,
one
that's
thing.
the thing is like there's a staggering amount of weapons that I haven't unlocked yet. and
Well,
I'm
it's
just
like
yeah.
it's like here's the shotgun with buckshot. Here's the shotgun with the slug. It's basically that's it.
Well,
But there is
a lot of shit to unlock. Holy shit. And
There
it
is.
takes forever because you have to
Yep.
level up the class. Like, it takes a long ass time.
Dude,
Yeah.
the thing that really caught me off guard about the game is maybe it's just because it was my first PC game to play. Like, really sit down and see what my PC could do.
Yeah.
It just looked fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah,
it
dude.
looks
Yeah.
really
Oh,
fucking
Good
yeah.
looking
great.
game, yeah.
And I don't know, like, I'm not being a console asshole or anything, but like
I know exactly where you're going with this, and
the
I agree.
the experience for me it's still at 60 frames on console, and like it looks just as great. Like it probably has little things that my petty piece of shit eyes can't see because I suck.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
like
it's about knowing it's there.
The textures
Yeah.
on the blimp 100 feet away aren't as sharp, but
Yeah,
like, I mean, you're not
probably.
really paying attention, you know?
But yeah, like I'm playing on PS4 and I'm just like, man, this is fucking incredible. And God, I wanted to tell you guys, they didn't advertise this, but there's a mode called Operations in the
It's
game.
so much better than the rest of it.
So Operations is Rush, but
can't
on the
touch the sides
Conquest
of anything?
maps. Huh?
There's a couple.
See what you did
It's
there,
Rush,
Chad.
but you can't touch the sides of anything.
There's a couple. It's an Operation joke.
That's
that
not
they-
Operation.
The Operation game.
Board game.
That was slow.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, but the operations, they have some
It's not my
change in
fault
them
you
too, and they also tell little bits of history and stuff. They're really good. I
and
love
like
the operations.
Operations are they were like basically playlists too. So you talking about long matches before? Like get ready for 3
Yeah.
hours.
Uh-huh.
Really? Man.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's like it's kind of like doing 2 conquests back to back. They can go fast if you're whooping ass. Like you can win.
I
but-
don't. Did you play? You played some Rush matches,
Yeah, I played
right?
Rush, yeah.
In Rush, when you push an objective and you get the objectives, do all the soldiers go like, yeah, as you charge to the next
I
area?
don't recall. Most of the time I was playing with Nick, and whenever I
And
played
Nick
with
killed them all.
Yeah, Nick just goes around trying to hit people with dynamite.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's
Or
pretty
crash
much.
planes into them.
Yeah, I'd
Nick's
say
pretty
playing
good,
with Nick with any Battlefield game is really enjoying.
Dude, we played
enjoyable. Like, I love
Battlefield
it.
3 together, and it was so much shenanigans with C4 and motorcycles and shit, and like we were both just busting out laughing because we found if we put the C4 like in the right spot, you could ramp off of this motorcycle and hit it, and it would just like flip it and just like fly like the whole map. And
Yeah, it was
we were
like that.
trying to,
It was like that in Hardline too.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
even today, like Nick was like, "Here's the thing. I really want to try to get.
I put
a
this
boat-
idea in his head.
I really want to get a boat on top of a tank, and I want to see if we can go around town and drive and shoot people with the torpedoes like on the land." I was like, "Oh, I'll help you out with that."
Yep.
And he's like, "But here's the thing. What if we then got a horse on top of the boat on top of the tank?"
yeah.
And we're like trying to stack it. It didn't work out very well because you have to move in unison because it won't just like stack. But it was great, really fun. Oh, this is awesome. The
I haven't
flamethrower.
got the flamethrower
Yeah,
yet.
man.
How do you
Dude,
get
have
it?
you got the
It's,
tank
just, it's
rifle?
like a random drop.
The
Yeah.
tank rifle is the shit.
I found out you can get on top of blimps.
What?
Yeah, you have to be on the same team as the blimp.
No, I watched on the mini map people jump out of an airplane and land on the blimp. I'm not sure if they patched it or not.
They were on the same team because the same team.
No,
can
they were
land
on
the
my
blimp.
team,
Oh, really?
and they jumped on the enemy blimp. I don't
I'm
know.
pretty sure you can shoot the guys that are up there.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I bet that you when you jumped on it, you jumped straight onto it. You didn't do it. You didn't parachute directly onto it. though.
Yeah, but I mean, my plane was like 2 feet off the
No,
blimp.
Sean, we tried it together. He was like, try and parachute onto the blimp. I'm like, all right. And like, I was all fine on my parachute. The second I touched it, it's like it was cancer. And I just died.
They might have patched that, but like, man, the other night I was on a blimp that was exploding, and I was like running as the blimp was going.
I did that. I dove and did the
I was
parachute.
on the blimp while it's exploding?
Yeah, I was on
Yeah.
the blimp, and I
That's
turned
horrible.
around, and my friend Cameron is running with me, and there's just flames, and I mean, it's hitting like a line, like down the blimp
Yeah,
from
it
front to
goes-
back,
yeah.
and I'm like, Cameron, don't stop! It's like an action movie. I'm like, oh!
So you
It
gotta
was
spin
awesome.
the camera, get a screenshot as you're like jumping, and it's
Yeah.
like the final one's
Are you
going off.
serious? Like,
Yeah.
this is a real thing?
Yeah, right
it's
before that
awesome.
had happened, I was shooting. I
I'm
was
going home
on.
and playing
I was on my
Battlefield.
blimp
That's what I'm
shooting an
gonna do
enemy
tonight.
plane, and the plane hit the blimp, and I go, "Oh shit!" And I turned around, and my buddy Cameron, who was on the blimp, goes, "Ah!" And he ducked down, and the plane went like, like over his head, like Jerry Bruckheimer. I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh my fuck!"
Nice.
When that Zeppelin went down for the first time, that was we did the top 10 oh my god what the fuck moments a
Yeah.
while back. That's legitimately like a top 10 moment for me, like top 5.
Oh, the blimp was awesome, yeah.
Where it's going down and you see it from all these different angles,
Yeah.
and you're like, what? And it looks so real.
And it took forever to kill it too.
It's so,
So it really
good.
feels accomplished.
I still feel personally like the skyscraper in Battlefield 4 is a little bit better. That's just
Have
that
you seen?
fire
There was
effect.
somebody who posted a thing of like the blimp was crashing
Craig,
and they
check
ran
out
a plane
blimp
into
glitch
it.
in Battlefield 1.
It's like Techno Blimp or something in Battlefield 1. It's
Yeah.
really funny looking.
Nice.
I'm really disappointed. I am disappointed that dynamite doesn't stick to the stuff you throw it on.
Dude, I know. That's such shit. Like, that's where all the fun came from
in
the old
Battlefield 4,
Battlefield.
like I killed boats with jeeps. I
Oh,
killed helicopters
Is this
with
what I'm looking at
ATVs.
Maybe.
This might be
That looks
it.
like it's just
Yeah,
going
it's
up into
flying
the
away.
sky.
Yeah, something's happening. This might be the one. I think a plane's gonna crash into it here in a second.
Yeah.
This is it.
shooting fire everywhere.
That's awesome.
I know.
Wow.
How are people complaining about this?
Never.
I saw one guy. I saw one page on Facebook being like, "It's definitely a Battlefield game." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, it is! Look at that! Look at that flame!
That's
Flame
awesome.
blimp."
Holy shit, Brian! Did you pull it up while we were talking about it?
Yeah, he.
Yeah,
Holy
he
shit!
shut it
Sorry,
down.
I was too busy staring at my screen. That's awesome. Wow.
Sam, you said you're gonna play Battlefield when you get home. I think I need to move my shortcut icon further away from the Overwatch one because they're right next to each other. And like last night I did it. I was like, I'm gonna play some Battlefield, and I'm like, oh,
Well, yeah, no, let's play.
Overwatch. And then I played Overwatch.
Let's
for
just
like
play
3 hours.
Battlefield together because it's way better as a team. Like
Alright.
you just roll and you can 2-man the shit like Austin and I did. And when we were on that thing, you, Austin, and I were in the top. All of us were top
Yeah.
5, like just shitting on kids.
Yeah. But yeah, in operations, God, like every time poison mustard gas hits the battlefield, you gotta scream poison mustard gas, like the kid in Joe Dirt.
Yeah.
And then every time you would capture a point in operations, all the AI or all the guys on the team just start screaming like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah!" Because we've just been like fucking in the mud for an hour. And just like the energy, and then the music picks up with the yelling soldiers in like the streets of Berlinistan, wherever we are. It's awesome.
Well, we have that Let's Play coming up, and I really hope the Let's Play does well, so it justifies us playing more.
Let's play more. Yeah.
Because I really enjoy Battlefield. Like, this is my first time playing a Battlefield game, and this was really fun. And maybe it's just the setting, maybe it's the giant blimp crash.
I honestly
playing together,
think a lot of it is it being your first Battlefield game.
Probably.
I really
Probably.
do.
And the first time you play, if there's like 8 of us in the same room.
Oh, yeah,
it's
that's
it's
totally
a great
awesome.
setup for it.
100%.
I thought that guy was about to try and like grenade
Mace
the blimp.
guy? Oh, I thought he was had a mace for a second. I was like, oh, he's just gonna smack
Get
someone.
those anti-tank grenades. Oh,
Yeah, they're
God.
good.
I can't wait to go and play more. Like it's good.
It's good, yeah.
Yeah, screw
good.
this. We're gonna go now.
Yeah.
Bye. Yeah.
I was honestly worried. It reminded me. Do you remember when Overwatch first came out and there was that
Yeah.
news article that said, "Can Overwatch survive just by being fun alone?"
Yeah, I do
remember
remember
that?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I
Yes,
think
I remember very well.
Can it
One of the
succeed just
dumbest
by
articles
being
ever.
good?
Yeah. Is Overwatch good enough
I mean,
just to be fun?
obviously it meant like, will it survive without an esports scene and that kind of stuff backing it? I'm sure.
Yeah.
But
I think that
poor
article
title.
talked about upgrades a lot, and I had like the same concerns about Battlefield 1. It's like, dude, the leveling up shit, like, in shooters, I think we've come full circle again to like, I want a game that plays and is fun and new. Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
have to have.
well,
this
also and kind of
crazy ass.
barring some of this stuff does make me want to play more because I'm like, I really want to just level up so I can see what the next level of guns is and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and really customize my guy the way I want.
Yeah, I don't really feel that way so much in this Battlefield because the guns are kind of variations on what I already have.
But well, I mean, I don't know if you start messing with. Have you gotten like rank 1 on like assault and
Yeah.
stuff, and then you start getting the ones that have like long range and big scopes and stuff, and
Yeah.
like, yeah, it just gives you way different strats.
Have you guys heard anything about Battlefield's like sales figures? Has it been blowing up, or is
No
it just
idea.
kind of a game?
No idea.
Uh,
I'm sure
I
it's
mean,
not
it
doing.
just
poorly.
came out, right?
yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like he set himself up just
Let
so
me
he
do
could
it.
Google
I gotta
it.
Google it. Hold on.
I can Google again.
Oh, if only someone had a computer. We
I
could
mean,
Google
Battlefield's usually
Guy,
perform
this Google
well.
guy.
I think Hardline sold like 5 or 6 million copies.
Really?
I think so.
Hardline?
Whoa.
Maybe it was
the
2 or
lowest
3.
one.
This is according to Eurogamer. They're pretty legit.
I love
Battlefield
Eurogamer.
1 is off to a strong start in the UK, outsold the combined week 1 sales of Battlefield 4 and Hardline.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go.
Okay,
Wow.
there you are.
Good job,
It
Battlefield.
outsold FIFA, which is huge in the UK.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Mafia, Gears, Batman Return to Arkham, WWE 2K17, GTA 5, still. Like,
Yeah.
holy
Still
shit.
That game sold like
Gosh.
60
Yo,
million copies.
Rockstar.
I think.
Rockstar's killing it.
Just gobbling up money.
That's crazy. Dude, that's great. Like, I'm glad. You wonder if a game like Battlefield 1 could have any sport. Like, you want to talk about esport. Like, you put 20 people on a team.
Oh, yeah.
Could you
That'd
imagine
That'd be
something
really
like that?
cool.
That would be insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but-
at the same time, I think the harder it is to organize the event does affect it a lot.
Sam
Of
said-
course, it's a lot of people.
Sam said Goblin. It made me think about this thing. I went to Lowe's this weekend because I had to buy
Do you see a
like,
goblin?
a thing to fix my toilet or whatever. Yeah, I saw a Goblin. It was crazy. He was just fucking there.
Getting some plumbing shit. You know,
No.
just got goblin
So
life
we
to
walk
deal with.
in and like it's like all fucking bedecked with Christmas decorations,
Oh,
right?
fuck that place.
It's insane. Like it's like there's Christmas trees and like all this shit. And like I was with my daughter and she gets like super excited. She's like, Christmas? I'm like, no, there's like 2
Dude.
fucking holidays before Christmas.
I
So-
just
Dummy. I
realized
but
we have Try Hard next week on Halloween.
Is it actually on Halloween?
Yes.
Yeah.
On Halloween.
Oh, interesting.
Fuck. No.
Oh, yeah.
It's my favorite.
All right, what are we gonna be?
We got to dress up. Sorry, Chad,
we're not
continue your
dressing up.
story.
Well,
Yes.
yeah,
God.
let's see how that goes.
I'm down
'Cause
to
I
do
gotta
it.
take my
That
daughter
gives me
to
a dope
trick or
ass
treat.
Me too,
excuse,
man.
dude. No, that gives me a great excuse to not Halloween. I'm stoked about this.
No
Awesome.
Halloween.
Yeah, so am I. So
Bring your
all right,
ass
hey,
candy. Sit right there. Throw it
Anyway,
at you every now and
Christmas decorations fucking everywhere. Like that's just
Yeah.
absurd because like there's a time for everything and
then.
like
It's called December.
yeah.
After
And
Thanksgiving.
then I
Go
overheard
ahead.
I overheard these people and my wife's very particular about like she is like just very clearly in her mind like this is when it's acceptable to decorate for like X holiday. It's usually after the next one. Like she has like
Sure.
all these things just
Yeah.
in her mind, right? So like we hear this couple and they're looking at these like Christmas decorations and shit and then I'll hear the guy he's just like, so when do you want to decorate for Christmas? And the girl's like, probably right after Halloween. And then April's just like, oh, we gotta move or I'm just gonna kill him. Like, and I was like, what the fuck happened to Thanksgiving? Like,
Yeah.
is that
Yeah,
really
you
what's
start
gonna happen?
decorating. You put the tree up after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
That's
A lot of people
the
like
next
to have
weekend.
the tree up when the Thanksgiving the family comes over. I know that, and that
Three-
kind of makes sense. But
Some of
I
us
think,
don't
I
have
think you
big
wait until
families.
it's done.
3 weeks ago, just driving into my neighborhood, you could see through this guy's window, he already has Christmas tree up.
Hey, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
So like October
fucking crazy.
1st, he was like, "It starts now."
Well, and then I
I
turned
think
to
you should
April and
break
I was
into his
just like,
house and kill him.
Yeah, I mean, that's
months
probably...
are double digits.
Well, I turned to him and
Christmas
I
time.
was like, you think he just decorated this earlier? He's just procrastinated that long about taking it down.
Yo,
like,
if
one
he
day he was just like,
procrastinated that long-
fuck it, we're closer to
well,
Christmas.
no,
Might as
once
well
you
leave it up.
once you hit like September,
Yeah.
probably even July.
Let it
like
ride, yeah.
I mean,
So
you've done all the work.
driving in tonight to come do this podcast,
Christmas lights.
I saw my first Christmas lights up.
Jesus.
It is a week before Halloween.
Yeah.
And there were Christmas lights
You
up.
know what else is weak? Those people's sense of time and common sense.
Sean's delivery.
Damn.
It was
I
so
like the
bad.
chick thing. Ah, shucks.
It was. I couldn't believe it. I wanted to. You know, my first thought was, I want to take a picture of that and tweet about it. Yeah.
Just
Fuck
ring
these
their
guys.
doorbell.
pissed
Just
off.
like,
Yeah.
Great.
Ding dong. No. No. None of that
Just like
now.
ding
and just
dong,
walk
take a
away.
picture on him of him, and then tweet that he's a piece of shit.
This guy's a dumbass.
I'm just trying to drive to work, have a pleasant drive, and I look over, and you got fucking Christmas lights up. What are you, fucking insane?
And then he
Like, you know-
shoots you in the face.
Yeah, because it's Texas, and again, that's why everyone should have a
He
gun.
was training with Chad James's dad. Which is, that's the thing, though. Is it sad that my first thought was, I really want to tweet about this?
Yeah.
I think it's pretty sad.
We talk about this a lot.
Are you
we
gonna-
talk about this a lot in the office about how it's just like, damn it, our lives are over.
I don't really use mine very much. I don't really tweet about stuff.
Are we
that
about
often.
to enter another Craig cycle where you delete Twitter for a while?
Yeah, very close. Yeah,
You
very
just did it
close.
recently, though, didn't you? You
Yeah,
did a
like,
couple
I feel like it
I-
was
I-
3-4
I-
months ago.
Yeah, I deleted it probably 3-4 months ago, and then I re-downloaded it probably.
Okay, I remember you had this big speech about it was the best decision
wanna-
you
I
ever
wanna-
made.
was.
I think
It
you're like,
was.
I want to
Everyone
marry
does
my
this.
wife
But then I
and have
launched
kids. I
a
deleted
fucking
Twitter.
brand.
Yeah, whatever.
I really want to say it was no longer than 3 weeks ago that you deleted Twitter off your phone.
No, I re-downloaded it 3 weeks ago because we launched Game Attack.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's why I brought it back.
Gotcha. I thought the cycle had
Craig's been
started.
done and deleted Twitter like 3 times now.
Yep.
And every time he's like, yeah, it's the best decision I've ever
It
made.
is.
It's great. I'm not looking at my phone and shit. And then something happens and I
Why'd
just
you
see
look at your
a
phone?
tweet come from Craig and I'm like, he caved.
I don't really look at it for Twitter. I just say shit into the void. like Twitter's just a small box. I don't look at it. I just scream into it and then just put it down.
Really? I
No.
love Twitter.
Well, people
I
ask me
scream
I
questions,
look at stuff
so
every
I
now and then.
answer them.
obviously.
I scream
Yeah,
into
I mean,
it and then see, ooh, do people like what I say?
maybe it's because like
just staring at the hearts. Like,
for
please.
me, I look at my mentions and I'm like, 3 people said something this week. That's good enough. Like, and then I'll just be like, you're cool. I like that too.
Yeah.
Done. Like, it's easy for me.
Are you guys? I noticed I habitually pick up my phone in between load screens or deaths, and then like I don't set that fucker down.
No, I don't do that when I'm gaming. I like never check my phone. But the thing that I find is absurd is I will be at
You're
work
redditing
on
Okay.
my computer working, and then like I'll get
You
an
get the
email
email?
notification on my phone or some shit, but I hear the
They show up
notification
that-
sound.
And you start
so
working
I
from
go
the
like
phone.
that, and then all of a sudden, the next thing I know, I'm like going through my fucking emails on my phone, and I'm just like, damn it! Like this is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I
I'm
do
sitting
that
in front of my computer.
Every fucking day,
Yeah.
no matter what, that happens to me.
As I get out my second computer here.
Yeah.
Let me just get out my
Why are
second.
you getting that one out?
Yeah, why?
Gotta check Twitter.
Oh my god.
Fucking schmuck.
Totally
I'm
kidding.
just gonna shamelessly do.
We
like,
should
and
tell
you can
people-
follow us all here.
We should tell people they can use the hashtag GameAttack to
See,
interact
Brian's
with the
on
show.
point. See, he's gonna throw this up for me.
Yeah.
Brian's lower 30. He's like, nah, I don't like you that much. He's
Follow
gonna put
us.
up his in big old bold.
Yeah, that'd be
on the
awesome.
screen. Just like,
At To Real
it's
Brian.
Yeah, to real Brian.
To be a prize. Is that how Brian says it?
That's how I say it. Brian knows how to fucking articulate. I don't know shit about that.
Did you say articulate?
Yeah, that's the piccolo. What he does for his special moves.
Articulate.
He articulates his energy.
God.
That's math. Or
Anyways, what
something.
the fuck are you doing now? What's
He's
happening?
on Twitter. He's just
Did
checking.
you just
it.
like leave the show?
No, I'm interacting with people.
You
on
ready to
Twitter.
wrap it up?
Like,
Like,
no,
what's this?
your,
Looks
your
like it.
wife actually tweeted at me the
What'd she
picture
say?
of the Roansbury Possum Capital. So,
cool.
so she did what you couldn't do,
Yeah.
Sean Boland.
She can do a lot of things that I can't do.
I'm just saying. Come on.
That's why you get wives.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
No, this is important. Like, people are tweeting and they want to interact with the show using the hashtag GameAttack.
It's the end of the show, and you just now tell him about
To
it.
hell, it's the end. We just began.
We go as long as we fucking want.
Yeah.
All right, you kidding me?
You remember those
You
promises?
just said. I thought you wanted to close it out.
I don't want to close nothing.
Fuck that.
We're
No.
always open.
Hey, it's God. Okay, Barb.
I think that's already a podcast name.
I know.
I'm
so
hungry.
the
I need another drink.
speaking
Well, go
of
get one.
the hashtag, we saw. I guess it was a. What? How did you describe it earlier? There's like a Mexican channel or something.
No,
or,
he tiptoed around that.
There was a no. That's
Just-
not the Spinacker. I think there's a Hispanic gaming podcast that uses the hashtag GameAttack. Just like their entire it's all in Spanish except for the words GameAttack. So it just kind of ruins everything.
They probably got real excited for a second.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, oh yes, oh.
I got real excited for a second, and I was like, oh damn, it's just that channel.
Yeah. I don't know. I just saw it and.
Well, they're just gonna be on Twitter for the rest of the
Just
show. I'm gonna
motherfucking
get a drink.
riveting.
Get a
Yo,
drink.
Yeah, go
Because
do
Craig's
it.
not done.
I'm
Yeah.
engaged. I'm engaged.
What's up,
Colin,
baby?
Since Craig's out right now.
Yeah.
And it's a
Sorry,
good
what?
time. Oh, just shut up, dude. The Last of Us. Somebody the other day, I always talk about it again because it's a game you gotta talk about.
Yeah.
And somebody said the reason that game is special is because at the end, you can tell that Ellie knows Joel is lying, but also trusts him just from the facial, like just you can tell from the character like you would a normal person's, like an actor's.
I think that
And,
would
like,
be the
it never-
easiest observation about
Yeah,
that game.
well, that never clicked with me. Like, I never really thought. Well, no. The fact that happened, yes, but just the fact that they were able to make a game, like a character in a game, get that across so clearly.
Yeah.
Like, it was so clear to me that was the case that I never stopped to think that, holy shit, these guys on a PS3 just got
Okay.
across that whole everything about that
Yeah.
with the most mundane facial features.
You
It's
haven't
just
played,
like the
you haven't
look in
played
her
Last of
eyes.
Us, right?
No.
You want to just spoil it? Can we just spoil it for you real
Yeah.
quick?
Well, can you spoil it for the rest of the audience too? Yeah.
It's 3 years old.
Yeah.
More than that? I
Statute
don't
of
know.
limi-
I don't
statute
know.
of
It's good enough where
limitations?
I would say you should just play it.
Yeah.
Maybe if you are ever going to have a long, like, term Let's Play, you maybe should do Last of Us.
Well, I know there's
Yeah.
some spoilers, so let me just say this: if you don't want Last of Us spoiled, skip forward about 30 seconds.
Yeah, so The Last of Us has the greatest video game ending, in my opinion, and probably Sam's of all time, because at the end of the game, you are smuggling this girl across the country. It
Yep.
takes place over like a year. You're Joel, and you play as a girl. You're smuggling her across the country. They build a huge relationship. It's really emotional. By the end of the game, it's discovered that they have to kill the girl to extract the cure for humanity at this hospital, this facility.
Like they've got it. They're like, we'll fix the whole
You've
destruction
delivered
of the whole
her,
fucking
You've
world.
delivered her to the good guys. The good guys have her, and the good guys say, sorry, we have to kill her to get the cure. And in the cinematic, your guy starts killing the good guys.
It's not even cinematic. You play through that bit.
Yeah,
it's
and then you
fucking
play. The final
great.
level is you killing all the good guys that are about to save humanity. Obviously,
the way it
because
happens too. Oh,
And
It's because
yeah,
his daughter died in the past, so she's like the new like representation
Sure,
of his
sure.
daughter.
And obviously, it's like, you know, you're playing this and you're like, man, this is fucking nuts. I don't want to be doing this. And so you walk into the hospital room and they're about to operate on her. You shoot all the doctors in the face,
Yeah,
and
that
then
was great.
and then you take the girl out of there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really selfish.
Yeah, exactly. And then you
Dude,
find at the end the leader of the good guys, who's like Joel's
she's knocked
friend.
out, by the way, because she's about to
The
have
girl's
surgery.
knocked out. The leader of the good guys is like, where the fuck are you going? You just killed this is for humanity. You can't take this little girl. And he's like, fuck you. This is like, basically, this is my daughter. I love her. And he kills her too. And it's like,
He kills his daughter.
no, he kills
other
the
girl.
leader of the good guys.
yeah.
And it's like, oh my God. So fast forward, you and the girl have gone back to this community you ran across when traveling across the country. And you crest the ridge and you're looking down on the town, and the little girl stops and she's like, Joel, I need to know, was there any chance to save humanity if you know, you would have let happen to go through? Like, was it me or the
well,
human
she
race?
doesn't know what happened.
She doesn't
in the
know what
place
happened.
either,
She was
'cause she was
passed
under
out.
Yeah,
anesthesia.
she doesn't know what happened, and she basically says, like, did you do the right thing? And he just lies to her. He says yes.
Yep.
Yeah, there was no
I-
chance. It was,
Yeah, he
There was
like,
no
no.
It
chance.
turns
He
out
says-
you didn't have what they needed.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
You
Like,
It
did
turns out
everything
you
you
couldn't
could.
have saved humanity. And she looks at him and she's like, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
then the game ends.
yeah,
I
it
know.
just
Oh.
like cuts. And I never thought about it, because what I was saying, Chad, is like they get across the point that just with that, like, in its 1 second of her face.
Yeah, it's okay. Black.
Yeah. They got across the point that Ellie knows that Joel's lying, but she trusts him implicitly. So
Right.
she knows he's lying, but she trusts the decision he made nonetheless.
Dude,
and
it's so
like,
good.
I never thought about how much they got just
yeah,
over to
they-
me.
Well, you remember they
in
made
that
such a big
1
deal
second.
about the facial features and like all the they had
Yeah.
the actors actually like in the suits acting
Yeah.
everything out and like
You got the closed caption on there?
No, that's okay. So is this it right here at the end?
yeah.
Okay. Thank you, IGN. So she's like, hey,
You
what's
got
up?
volume? We don't got volume?
No, don't worry about
That's
it.
Okay.
okay.
Oh, you
He's
muted
got
the
it
YouTube.
muted. Okay. So she's like, hey, what's up? And he's like, yeah,
Yeah. You could unmute the YouTube.
that's okay.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You fucking
Yeah.
liar.
And then, yeah.
Yeah.
She knows, but it's like she's like, yeah, it's probably the right decision though. Like, I mean, it's just, I never thought, like, it just, like, I knew
God,
that was
I
the
gotta go
case,
replay
but it's
that
just
game. Game's so
crazy that they got all of that through with that right there.
Yep. And
They
that's
did a great
the
fucking
end.
job. God,
I just got the
Yeah.
chills.
Oh, I know,
Yeah,
me
I
too.
know.
I want to go replay
And
it so fucking bad.
somebody pointed that out, and they're like, that one scene alone is why it's one of the best games ever made. And I was like, shit, man,
Yeah.
that is a good
But,
argument.
That's true,
I
but
think-
also so many of it. Like, and there's so. Oh my god. Tell me, like, you guys didn't like lose your shit for a moment when he fell off that ledge and got the rebar because it was like,
Yeah, and she
Yeah, like,
and
I almost
she
dropped my controller. I was like, oh, God.
there's a section where he gets injured and you have to play as her and actually
but
take care of him for a
Like-
section of the game. It's awesome.
so there's like it's a pretty intense moment, right? As you're like breaking, like getting away from all this shit, and like you get onto this balcony, and they do it. It's so nonchalant, like you think everything's okay, and like he's just having a conversation with her, and then the balcony breaks away, and he falls, and he gets fucking impaled by a rebar, and it's just like so unexpected out of nowhere, and you're like, oh god, and then you're just
Nice
like,
fight,
I've been
dude.
into this game for a while now, like. And I think you've took control of her like once before a little bit.
And
for
you
them to, like,
take control and you're helping him walk
well,
around.
yeah, and then like you like she has to like get him back and like you. But the whole time you're just like, oh my god, they might just kill him. Like, and
Yeah.
this is gonna change. Like,
And
it's
isn't that
freaking
the
awesome.
first time she kills a guy too? Because isn't he fighting a guy and the guy tackles him and they fall off
I don't know
the
if that was the
balcony?
first kill. That might have happened earlier in the game.
Yeah, I
but-
think it does because she's gonna.
I remember being
about it.
nonchalant. I don't think some guy tackled him.
Did
I
I
think he just
y'all
stepped
play
back.
the expansion?
Yeah,
I know,
played
no,
it.
The
no.
DLC?
I need it's been one of the glaring things. that has been,
We won't. It does a
I
great
know.
wanna-
job of adding to the story without affecting
That's
it.
what I heard.
I do want to say that I like The Last of Us ending so much because it was out in it ended like that in a time when so many games were like player choice. How will it end? You
Sure,
decide.
sure.
Naughty Dog was like, fuck that. We have an awesome story to tell.
Yep.
Here it is. Take it or leave it. That's the game.
Well, they're
You-
making a sequel though too, yeah.
Yeah. And it's
Oh, I
like
can't wait.
I don't want them to make a sequel at all.
Well, no, I think a sequel is completely fine.
I
just
don't
think
like not
I
with
ju-
those characters.
No,
I don't
exactly.
want a sequel.
Their story's done. I think if you play some other people in the community
In the
that
world?
they that well
Of
that
course,
same
in that
community,
universe.
and you see Joel and Ellie at the place because they're the leaders of the community alongside his brother because that makes a lot of fucking sense.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
because their story's done. They can just be town leaders and figures in it, and you can have your own story. As long as they're not going on with Joel and Ellie's story, I could see how they would.
And
even
because
then,
I mean,
still think
the people would still try and find her and kill her again.
I
but
know where
you
you're
know,
coming from because you're like, don't fuck with perfection.
Yeah, like they're
But-
done. I don't want to know what like.
I do though. Like, I loved the way they ended it, and I'm not, and I know why you're worried because God, they would have to do it like perfectly.
They
and
would
it's
only
so
get it
hard
back
for-
with the same writer and director, though. And I was watching Neil Druckmann, who basically kicks ass in Naughty Dog all the time. In an Uncharted 4 interview, you could just see the look on his face when they asked about a sequel. He totally doesn't want to make a Last of Us sequel. Like, he totally doesn't want to make one. It's
God,
so
I know
hard.
there's. I see both
they are.
sides. I see
Yeah.
both sides because it's like it's so hard to achieve to make something like that twice. You know, like
Yeah.
lightning striking twice, and then also like I like the mystery of not knowing what happened afterwards, but then also it's like. Want more, like, and I want to go and see their like next.
This
adventure.
reminds me of what was it, season 4 or 5 of Breaking Bad, where Gus has died and you feel content.
We're just dropping all kinds of spoilers.
Well,
Hey,
yeah.
you know, it's Breaking Bad, man.
Yeah.
Come on. Gus has died.
Yep.
But
That's where
you
they
know
should've
what?
ended the show.
They need to make another. They need to make some more money. So
I know.
let's bring up
Yeah.
the Aryan Brotherhood, and guess what? All of a sudden, we have another season.
Yep,
Yeah.
should have ended the
Hey.
show right at that.
You hit it on the head. That's exactly how I feel about The Last of Us.
yeah, I can see how they could continue it because
Oh, yeah.
there is like, I mean,
The universe is awesome.
she's still essentially the cure, so that's enough.
Like somebody comes back for her, but
Yeah.
if you do play it again, I think you should play it on the hardest difficulty.
Survivor or
There's no
whatever.
HUD. You don't know
have
how many.
Batman vision either.
There's no HUD, no see-through wall vision, like ultra hard enemies,
Yeah.
easy to kill.
it's
Like,
it's Survivor mode.
The
way to
ammo
play it,
is
probably.
the ammo is so limited. When you find a bullet, it's like, thank God, I'm saving this for
And
something
so
special.
you have to play it
Yeah.
like just
Like you're actually living it.
beat
Yes,
people to
exactly.
death with bricks and get
Yeah.
raw.
The-
Well, Sam beat it on Survivor.
Yeah, it
So
was really fun.
To put it in perspective, for me, like playing through on normal, it took like 11, 13 hours to beat it. It took me 34 hours to beat it on survival.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
how fucking
Took your
hard it
sweet
was.
ass time.
And no,
he died a lot and had to cut.
involuntarily.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They already
It
knew
was
what to
so-
do, but it's just
yeah.
way harder.
I mean, the game's already like even on like normal. There's some moments that get pretty difficult, like
Yeah.
because there's things that, like you just don't see coming, and then all of a sudden it's like, ah, God, it's on my face. How about a shank?
Yeah.
Thank Christ. You know, like, and if you don't, you're dead. So
But yeah, kudos to The Last of Us. I like it.
Okay. Well, do you guys have anything else?
I just need to go masturbate to The Last of Us.
Yeah, I know. It came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Last
I
of
know,
Us
it
talk.
really did.
Yeah,
I was
that's-
gone. I came
Sorry.
back and I was like,
that's
fuck
kind of the
yeah.
idea. That's kind of
well,
the idea
you
of
were
the show,
you
though.
were fucking off on Twitter and so you had conversations.
I gotta go check my tweets. Hold on.
Again.
No.
See.
Well, do you guys have anything else?
I don't know.
You know, I'll tell you what. One thing about this though is when
Well,
we made
he's
the
got
jump.
something else.
when we made the jump from to Game Attack, right?
Yeah.
And we started the podcast. One of the biggest things we wanted to do was like drive, like just have a show that people actually listen to, right? Which
Yeah.
we didn't have on Screw Attack, right? And now, like looking at the analytics and stuff, it's so good. So I just want to like say thank the audience for hanging out. If you make it to the end, that's awesome. Thank you guys so
Of course,
much.
yeah.
Very sweet of you.
And you know, just continue to grow the show and spread the word because I think people are enjoying what we're doing here. Which
Yeah,
is cool.
we're about to
So,
hit 50,000 subscribers too. It's
Yeah, it's crazy.
outstanding in just a
In
couple
month
of
one,
weeks.
I know that shit's
in
gangster.
2 weeks.
Yeah, the goal is 100 by Christmas
But yeah.
or by New Year's.
By the end of the year,
What
yeah.
an awesome Christmas present that would be.
That would be good. You know,
Dude,
what
I have a blast. Like, getting Sam and I on a couple things, but like doing try hard and foreplay is just a ton of fun.
fuck
So,
yeah.
It's good.
So anyway,
Yeah.
just thanks. Thank you guys. It's been awesome so far.
Yeah.
It's been
Appreciate
like
it.
really, really fulfilling. I know Bolin and I feel like every day we're like, yeah, this is awesome. You know? So
Yeah, I mean, coming in like the work day is completely different. I feel like everything's just shifted into something that's
super creative
Yeah.
mode. It's fun.
Yeah.
Anyways, well, cool. Well, you guys hopefully enjoyed that. That was episode 3. Once again, don't make sure you guys support our first sponsor ever, Dollar Shave Club. That's really fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
Are you gonna come back next week like shaved up?
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm gonna give you
better.
guys a full straight up fucking review and reveal.
Review,
Just
yeah.
I'm gonna be like, wow, and
You got some Phantom of the Opera shit going
show
on.
my face. Man, you want to smell it one more time?
Ooh, could you get like a
You
little
do.
curtain, Craig, that you had, and you
Gotta
could pull it
have
and then it would
some
reveal the.
Yeah, amber and lavender. That's
Dude,
what it is.
this is
It's
soap,
Like
right?
Melina.
I'm
Get a
pretty sure-
Melina mask.
Yeah,
You
that's
be
what
your
I'm saying.
curtain and then
Just
Just to confirm, this is soap.
I'm pretty sure it's soap.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you,
Hey,
do
do
you want that bar?
you want to eat
I
it?
know
in
your
your
butt.
I
You
just,
wanna eat it?
it smells like it tastes good. I just don't want to
should find
use
out.
it wrong if
Eat
it
the
isn't
soap.
soap.
All right. Well,
soap.
you guys have a great week. Don't forget we have
Eat
Try
it.
Harder coming up. Which, what are you doing?
He's eating the soap.
Does it taste good?
Hang on. And shave a little off.
No, just commit.
Are you actually gonna eat it?
Yeah, he's gonna eat it.
What's it taste like?
Tastes like soap.
Okay.
It is.
It tastes like childhood swearing.
Yeah, way to wash your mouth out.
No, we got try.
Hey, when you wash your mouth out, well, we'll talk about that on Try Hard Podcast.
Yeah, we got try.
That's what we're on.
Fucking mouth watching.
Try Harder. Try
Yeah.
Harder Podcast.
Try Harder coming up for first members. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next Monday
Bye-bye.
for first members and every Wednesday at 10 a.m. on Game Attack.
Follow us on Twitter. It's all
How'd you
Craig
say
does
it?
now.
How do you say it? Fuck the police?
Yeah.
And then we wrap it?
No, you gotta have like a little more like.
Fuck the poo-poo.
Fuck the police.
Fuck the police.
Yeah.
Fuck the poo poo.
Bitch.
You can
really,
do that
thank you
too.
for your
It's a good
service.
night.
Fuck police.
If you're a police officer.
Well, if they consensually, yeah, I'm sure they'd enjoy it.
Fuck the police.
Fuck the poo poo.
Consensually.
Okay.
Fuck poop.